Now I'm
Okay.
live.
So the whole goal is to be able to pull up the window onto my X stream or onto my live stream. And
Yeah, sort of like you see what I'm doing on the YouTube there. I've got it's on the side stream there. I just have it enlarged so it looks good on the screen there.
Let me pull it up real quick.
You can do it however you want, depending on if you're using StreamYard or whatever. Sorry, hey, Conspirator, how you doing? It is true that I always write. So if somebody wants to prove me wrong, they can put a thumbs up or something. Mainly, we're just chilling out here. Is Pam going to do a space tonight or something like that? Is she blocking everybody? I noticed you guys were talking about that in that chat over there.
Okay, so it's about a 5-second lag from the X. Not even. It's probably like a 3-second lag from the Twitter to YouTube.
Twitter comes out later than YouTube, or
YouTube comes out later than Twitter.
Okay, yeah. What YouTube's always a little bit later, so I guess if you wanted to make it perfect timing or something like that, you'd have to somehow delay Twitter. I guess would be the. But I don't think it matters though to me personally. But
so, are you in the space on your computer right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're running a live stream on your computer, and you're on X on your computer.
Yeah. All three. Yeah.
Okay, so you're basically sharing the window, or sharing the tab.
Sharing the tab as a screen, but yeah,
Okay, so how are you? And then you've just got yourself muted on your stream, then, correct?
No, I'm got audio going through my stream for my YouTube people, but I'm also going through to you, obviously on Xbase.
How do you not have an echo there?
I don't. Oh, well, I don't have my voice coming back through my headphones, but I guess if I did have some sort of a thing where I had I might have a little bit of an echo there, but I'm hearing echo through you, I think. I mean,
you're hearing an echo through me, yeah, because I've got your audio turned up a little bit. I'll turn the audio down now on the YouTube.
Hey, Cornbread Mom, how you doing? Nice to see you. Sorry about the title confusion or something like that, but I just wanted to see if anybody wanted to help us.
Okay. All right. So I think I got it because I don't want to have a bunch of echo happening, and but yeah, I think I figured it out.
You use headphones?
Tell me your mic settings real quick on the space.
On the space settings, let me see. It's the Yeti microphone here. There's probably a setting thing over here on this tab. Microphone settings. Toggle noise suppression is turned on. Is the only option it shows me here.
So your microphone is going to your X and your YouTube as your output.
Yeah. If I wanted to, I do have like a voice mod thing that I could. I'm kind of curious how that would work out, where I could have that be working, but it would still use the Yeti microphone. But I might as well just use the same microphone for both of them if your computer should allow you to do that also.
All right, in 3. Okay, give me a thumbs up in 3. We'll go on 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 4 seconds. Okay. Yeah, 4 seconds. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Sweet. Well, thank you, Bill. I really appreciate you. I got your Cash App and send you $5.
You know, I'm not worried about the $5. I just wanted to see if this was working about on that end of
things. Well, then I'll donate it to your favorite charity.
Oh, actually, here's the link in the chat here right now. One of my you already know about it probably, but
Yep, there it is. So yeah, man, perfect. All right. Awesome. So yeah, I'll be opening up the space at 9. Feel free to restream it if you want.
What's your space going to be about?
It's going to be an open discussion. I've got 20 people already registered to go.
Nice.
So I don't know. I've never opened up a space really before, and we're going to see how it goes. So we're going to talk about things that people got something they want to say to me that they haven't had the opportunity to say it to me. I'm opening up a space to say it, and we're going to discuss it, possibly debate it. If you got something that you want to bring to the table that you're working on or investigating or uncovering or if something that you heard or any news that isn't really being talked about, we're also going to be talking about things that are being talked about.
Yeah. Are you going to allow left-leaning people in there? Because it'll be a little dramatic if you allow guys like Marines in there and things like that, or are you,
This is the American. This is the American. This is the American National News.
you're doing that echoey machine thing right now, so you know, roboting.
Oh, we've got Travis Jur in the area apparently with the signal jammer, allegedly. So no, no, I'm not going to be. Everybody's allowed to join. You know, and yeah, it's good to listen to. The vulgarity and like the back and forth of like attacking, cussing, and all that kind of stuff, like calling people names, like that stuff. Like you can do it, but I'm just gonna mute if it gets out of hand because I'm here. This is for a discussion. Now, if you've got two people going at it, I'm gonna let them go at it. But I don't want an entire group of people attacking one person or two people or nothing. Like if you got something to say, raise your hand or whatever and say it. I had to learn how to do that, and it actually works. So, yeah, that's how it's gonna go.
All right, 9
No
o'clock.
suppression of free speech whatsoever. That's
Let me grab
that's my
your.
whole thing.
I'm gonna go grab your X link for your thing and put it into the chat if anybody wants. Because I might do a thing from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock and then raid you or something like that afterwards.
That'd be awesome.
Where are you? Where is your link at?
And if I've got, you know, like I'm friends with people running for offices here in Oregon and even in different states. So like, even if they want to come in and promote their campaign, I'll allow it. And we're going to be talking about some things that I'd like to see happen in Portland. And I'll give my 2 cents, but open topic. I'd like to hear some addiction discussions, you know, discussion about addiction and this Ibogaine research that's been legalized. And so, yeah, I just like to, yeah, it's going to be a good space.
Sounds good. Copying the link and putting it in the purple pill right now. Hey, Conspirator was here. He probably knows how to do that. I was wondering how they do that thing up above, but I think they have to have an iPhone or whatever, the Monitron or what it said in some of these chats or something like that. That thing up above where you're highlighting a certain news article or something like that. I'm not sure how they do that, but
oh, okay.
But anyway, you'll have fun with your space there. Oh, ahead.
Do you have the tab pulled open or is it a window?
Well, the Monitron, I can, or not the purple pill they call it. I'm wondering why I can't pull it up.
Oh, you can pull that up as a window.
Yeah, I think you can. I gotta probably shrink this down to 175 and then go over here to access the purple pill over there, and then I can post your thing over there, and then I can go back over here. There's probably a better way to do this, but if you
is that on OBS?
No, I'm not using OBS. I could use OBS. It'd probably be I could shape things the way I want to be shaped, but lately OBS looks kind of funny on my YouTube streams, a little bit grainy. So I'm just using the StreamYard and the shared share screen thing on mine here. But there's that. But how do you do the thing where you put it up above your head? There used to be, I think you have to have a certain pin to your profile. Let me see if that works. I think it just pins to my existing profile. It does not pin it to. Anybody know how to do that Monitron thing? Space settings. I can't figure it out. I'll ask Google later when I do a more crazy space, I guess. Well, more people are popping in here. Wow. It's not really. If you guys want to talk about something, you guys can talk about something, but we'll call this the pre-Geyer show. X space here.
the pre-Geyered. Instead of pre-gaming, it's pre-Geyered.
pre-show, pre-Geyer show.
Welcome to the space where we all just take a breath before it gets pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
I'm expecting some fireworks, maybe. But you know, because I've said some pretty wild things in some spaces, and
yeah,
gotten a whole army against me before in some spaces. So I'm expecting, you know, people to come in from the left and come in from the right and come in from, you know, all over the board. But I'm hoping that at the end it becomes something that we can carry on again. That's the goal. Like if it's a bust, it's a bust. But if it's a success, there's gonna be a Geyer space too.
I'm trying to sort of be funny and say Pam Hemphill, where are you? But it won't let me at her. I'm not sure that's because she's got me blocked or something like that. But
Pam's got everybody blocked. I just found out some things somebody just posted on my page about Pam. I'll be talking about that a little bit in the space. I found out who she likes to hang out with, who her actual friends are.
Yeah.
Yep. And the kind of things that those friends like young women to do to them. Now, yeah, there's a messed up thing where, like we have people in this world, unfortunately, who like, unfortunately, to do things to young women that are disgusting. But even to me, what's even as disgusting is having those things done to them. So yeah, Pam hangs out with those kind of people, and I choose not to hang around those kind of people. So.
Yeah, but she won't admit it out anymore, even though she did admit it in an interview a while back about a certain
2024. Yeah,
belief, I guess. At least I saw the replay of it, or heard the replay somebody put up there.
Yeah, 2024. She was in a space talking about it.
Wild Pam.
She's always asking for the receipts.
I know, and when you put the receipts in her purple pill, and she has no. Let me look into that. Who's your source, and all this other stuff? Like, the source is Google. The source is New York Times, and she still will say, "Oh, I'm not sure. I'll have to." And she never really looks into it.
I'm looking at your chat right here on YouTube. Everyone, let's go. What's up, everybody?
Polly's. Yeah, I see the chat there. Polly, you asked earlier, whatever whose space it was. It's my X space over there. If you want to pop in there, but if I want to keep this thing going here, let's say Mr. Bill's always right. I'm right about what? Let's make up a topic of it. And what am I always right about? Pineapple does belong on pizza as long as there's meat with it. You don't want to put pineapple on pizza by itself. You got to put some sort of a meat, preferably Canadian bacon on it.
See,
the other ones.
I disagree. What's up, Britt? How are you? I disagree because I think that there should only be a one meat pizza. If you put meat on pizza, there should only be one topping, right? That's my philosophy. Like pepperoni pizza should only be pepperoni pizza. Sausage pizza should only be sausage and cheese.
You don't believe in the 4-meat pizza theory?
I'm not I'll eat it. I'll eat it, but like, you want to do that, make a salad and have a piece of toast.
What about Danny? What kind of pizza do you prefer, Danny? Is it
the gay kind?
Okay, what's the gay? Well, it's sort of Hawaiian, I guess, but they're not all gay in Hawaii. What is the gay? Is there such a thing as a gay pizza? Ari or Danny?
Pizza were to be gay, it would definitely be Hawaiian pizza.
No, I think it'd be like a fruit. No offense to gay people, but a fruity pizza. You'd have the pineapple, your olives, tomatoes. Are they considered a fruit? Of course, you have tomato sauce already, but there's some tomatoes on top of there. Danny says jalapeno chicken with bacon. How is that? That sounds like an alpha meal or whatever. No, not the guys can't be alphas that are gay, but
the gay community loves bacon, man, because Allah doesn't like the gay community, and Allah loves bacon or hates bacon. So that's my philosophy.
Hey, Paulie, if you want to discuss your dilemmas or something like that, you can come in here. I got no real topic to talk about. I just mainly came in to help Geiger. Then now everybody's showing up here. 31 people in my YouTube chat. I was just going to do a stream for 5 minutes and show them what to do. And then everybody wants to pop in here. Like, okay, fine. Might as well go live. Sir, stay live.
Right. They're like, oh shit, what's Mr. Bill doing?
Yeah.
He didn't let us know he was going live. He just went live.
What were they good? Hey, I make songs about like angry and things like that are kind of playful type songs, or he makes ones about me. Are the songs that people make about you, are they mean songs or are they playful songs, if that makes sense? Polly, and feel free to pop in the thing over here if you're not already in here somewhere.
She's scared. She said that she beat me in a debate one time, and that debate never happened because apparently I'm not a man of my word.
Why don't you like Polly? I think you said somewhere recently or whatever that you don't like.
I don't remember.
or no, I think it was somebody was impersonating Polly, And you thought that was Polly. I'm thinking that's what you meant.
Oh.
Is what you were referring
Oh,
to.
I don't know.
Polly's a good girl, except when she's afraid of ghosts. You know, normal people aren't afraid of ghosts, but she's always talking about ghosts and how she's afraid of them.
Oh, we did make up. Okay.
Okay.
See, I talk to so many people online every single day that it's just like these names. But now when you mention like the time when it happened, oh yeah, I remember that. We did make up in a live chat.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some other drama out there. I don't want to get into it, but I kind of.
We were gonna debate each other on like whether like doctors should chop little kids' penises off or something.
Oh, was that the strange?
I think
Dewey?
so. Something like that.
It sounds like
Or it might have been the troll. It might have been the troll that I was talking to. Who knows?
Trolls use banjos in the songs. So it depends on the music or the app you're using, Wolfie. They might sort of have banjo music as one of the things you can do in there, but I'm not sure if the trolls like to use banjos. Depends on the troll, I guess. People say I'm a bad troll, but I think Danny says I'm a good troll, but you have to ask Danny or these other people to be sure. Oh, Danny's an alpha gay. What's the difference between an alpha gay, Danny, and a beta gay?
So a bear and like another wimpy ass animal. So like a bear would be like angry, right? Or Quincy would be like an alpha gay, I think, and that's what they call the bears. Yes, this space is live.
Yeah, do you want the link? Sorry, I probably could put it in there. Somebody did request. Hold on, let me see who the requester is.
You're at 8. I'm gonna get MySpace set up. MySpace.
Oh yeah.
Anybody remember MySpace?
Oh yeah. Well, Danny's not old enough to remember MySpace. But
Danny, what was your song on MySpace? Like, what was your profile song?
I think he had a crush on the guy that popped up on MySpace, whatever his name was. Remember, there was always that one. Tom, yeah,
was that Tom?
I think he had a crush on Tom. So it's like, I love you, Tom. I'm just kidding. Let me get you the link. Sorry, Polly. Let me multitasking. Jennifer's a Trumper 202. I'll probably pop you in a little bit, Jennifer, but I want to see if Polly wants to come on and talk about some things that are on her mind, if you don't mind. Copy the link and put into the chat so Polly can talk about pizza or whatever she wants to talk about. Wolfie, are you making weird emojis or something like that? Style trolls. I don't know what kind of trolls those are, Wolfie. Yeah, you're making things up here. In case people on the X Space don't know what's going on, I'm also live streaming it, so I'm talking to the chat on there. But if you guys wanted to put a topic at the end that you think I'm wrong about or something like that, put it in the purple pill so I have something to talk about. 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton was my MySpace. Well, Matthew Messiah said in the thing there. Isn't that a female song?
Matthias Hallett, that's my boy. I just got back from his house, actually.
Does he like Dolly Parton that much that it's his favorite song?
Oh man, that's a boy from the South. You kidding me?
Okay, that makes sense. That why he would sort of choose that one there. Is he a?
Yeah.
Is he a Reba Max?
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, is it Reba Max? I like to watch the Reba show or whatever when I got nothing else going on.
Reba?
Yeah. I don't know about her new show or whatever. The other one's a good South kind of show.
Big fan. Yeah, that's Matthias Hallett joining the chat. He's this guy, I tell you, he's running for District 3 City Council here in Portland.
Yeah.
This guy believes in his community, believes in God, and believes in getting Portland back to what it should be. And we've got some great things that I'm going to be talking about with him. I'm going to bring him into my Geyer space on X here in about an hour. Give him a mic and let him go off about what he's trying to change here, and I'll let him do the talking at that point. But great guy. Everybody should follow this guy if you're a Portland resident, or even if you're not, and you want to see Portland change for the good rather than the bad. Let's get some Democratic Socialists of America, DSA, out of our city council and put some Americans in who are fighting for freedom and the truth. Because I want to stay in this city. And if the Democrats continue to take this over, I don't think I'm going to stay here no more.
Yeah, and do what Tommy did and move south.
Oh.
Maybe not to the city he moved to or something like that. It's just as bad as Portland, but to more of a outer metro area anyway.
I mean, it is where I work in the city. I don't live in the city. I've got kids and a family. I can't live in a city like that.
Yeah.
But I'm in it every single day. I grew up in this city. This has been my city ever since I came here at 7 years old. So
sounds like Paulie, are you getting in there yet? I don't know if you're in there. It says 9 in the space. There's only 5 in the space. I don't know why it says 9 in the space.
Has Twitter been giving you issues recently, Bill?
Not really. No, just no more than normal. They were there for a few days doing some weird stuff or whatever, but besides not helping my algorithm or whatever on a rare post that I do, nothing too crazy now. Cool. Let's see what else is being posted here. Did anybody else have anything to say here?
Oh, we've got some stuff in the pill, huh?
Share and pin this. I guess we're going to make it bigger on your screen also for you guys. You can see what's going on over here.
Share and pin tweet in your space.
Start space. And it's sure you are speaking. Probably trying to help you out. Minimize the space window. Find your newly published tweet. Oh, you're trying to help me out with that thing. Find your newly published tweet on your timeline and tap the share icon. Select share to space. Okay, so let me do that. I wonder if I can use a separate window or do I need to use it by the same window? I'll use the same window. Find what I was talking about, something like the Geyer space here, for instance. And then go over here and do share it, you said? I don't see the option to share, or is it down here? Share. Oh, share to space. Oh, thank you. Did that do it? It said share to. What was the other thing you said to do? Like share to space. Finally, tap the newly shared post within the space and select pin to keep it at the top of the conversation for listeners. Okay, so let me see. I posted. What am I doing wrong here? This is the one that I pinned, right? Unpinned from profile. What did I miss? I'm going. This is Gen X behavior here. Sorry, guys. Finally, tap the newly shared post within the space and select pin to keep it at the top of the conversation. Oh, okay. It is. There it is. It's at the top of the conversation. Hey, I did it without even knowing to do it, or did somebody else do that for me? Oh, there's Geyer. You got. He's back in there. I figured it out more or less. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. High five, Jennifer. Okay. Still on the phone. You're busy with other things. I'm sorry. Okay, just double checking there. I put you back in there, Geyer. Are you having some X difficulties there? Let me double. Nice. A speaker just has to unmute his microphone. Sorry if there's a delay. There shouldn't be a delay. There might be a delay between the time that the Xbase hears me and the time YouTube hears me for some reason. There's always a YouTube delay for safety purposes or whatever they do. Tell Sean we said hi. Is Sean in there? I don't know who Sean is. Geyer, can you hear us, Geyer? Earth to Geyer. Matthew or Cashman, put a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let me make this screen bigger here. Hold on. Oh, click on that. There, try it again. Put a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. It shows that my microphone's working. Did you guys go to sleep or did the Xbase kick me out without really kicking me out? Oh, Cashman says he can hear me. Okay. Jennifer can hear me. There we go. Thank you. I'm glad I'm opening my mouth and making words. But the thing that I think I'm right about also is that if you have a boring name for your stream or something like that on YouTube or even on these Xbases, you don't get as many people watching it. And if you make it kind of a clickbait title, literally it's clickbait. It's gets people's attention and people come in. So that's what I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right about. Am I wrong about this? I'm pretty sure I'm right because I proved I'm right because Normally on my night streams, I average about 10 to 15 people. And right now, as you can see, there's 34 people on my YouTube. And when I rarely do an X Space, I haven't done one in a while. If I have a boring title or something like that, there's like 3 or 4 people watching or something like that. Here, I mean, it's only like 8 or 9, but still, I could make a crazier title. What would be a crazier title than "Mr. Bill is always right, prove me wrong"? Guy, are you still
Can you
there?
hear me, Bill?
I can hear you. Oh, I really heard you. I think you broke Cashman's eardrums, but it's okay.
Oh, you really heard me, huh? Okay, so I've got, let's see, microphone.
Yeah, thank you, Brett. I try to do once in a while. Chris and Danny have a good chat community too. I'm sure Geyer does too.
Does it sound okay? Does it sound?
Sounds clean. It just sounds loud, or maybe my volume output is too high. You get other people in the X Space. Is it too loud in your opinion? Put a thumbs up if it's too loud. I don't know.
Thumbs up if it's, or thumbs up if it's too loud. Thumbs up if we're just right.
What he said. All right, let me read my chat.
Thumbs up if we're just right. Wolfie says we're good. Jennifer says we're too loud. So I need to turn my gain down. Hold on a second.
Yeah. I, of course, sound perfect, of course, right? Don't I, guys? Yeah. Just kidding.
All right, we should be doing okay
Cashman
now.
says, yes, I sound perfect. Oh, good. I try to sound as perfect as I can. Wolfie says Trump needs to label DSA a domestic. No, I disagree with that. A political terrorist organization, but because they politically are doing everything they can to destroy the Democrat Party. It's been around for
I'm
200
so
years.
tired of these people saying that Trump needs to label these people as certain organizations. Why don't we just get in there and vote them the fuck out? Excuse my French, but like,
well, because places like Seattle are filled with socialists, and they decide, no, we need to make a socialist person who hasn't had a job in her entire life become the mayor of a city. Isn't that what? I'm not sure if you guys are from Seattle area, but I'm pretty sure that lady that's up there has never had a real job in her life outside of government.
oh yeah, Katie Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't label like that's like labeling your grandmother a domestic terrorist.
Yeah. I'm not
like. There's old people that believe in this label them as, or believe in socialism. You know what I mean? That call themselves socialists, that sit at their homes and do nothing, that are on the internet typing Trump is bad or whatever it is. That's not a domestic terrorist. You know what a domestic terrorist is? Somebody who runs up and tries to light a federal building on fire. That's a domestic terrorist.
Hey, Conspirator Heart, do me a favor. If you're trying to talk to Pam or whatever, give me a title that I can change my title to that you think might draw Pam in here by chance. And she'll have to unblock you and me if I make you a co-host or something. Oh, did he leave? Doggone it. But yeah, I don't. It shouldn't call political organizations terrorists unless they advocate for terrorist actions. The Democrat Socialists say they're tolerant. Just not of other ideas, in my opinion. But I appreciate. Oh, Wolfie's over here in the listener thing. Thank you, Wolfie, for popping in over on X. You're following me over here.
Appreciate it, Wolfie. Wolfie's always been a solid.
Yeah, he'll show up in anybody's chat out there. But some people don't like X. I think Britt doesn't like X, but she always hangs out in my YouTube and helps out over there. Howard, I think I've seen on X there before. Holly's everywhere. She's even on the phone right now, but I don't want to bug her. Kathy Graham was hanging out there. And thank you for the memberships there. Whenever I see green names, I always have to say thank you for the membership. On Howard also there. X-Space people, just let you know I'm talking to the YouTube people. That's the one thing you're going to have to kind of figure out or whatever. Are you going to try to talk to your YouTube chat and your X-Space chat at the same time? Or are you going to ignore your YouTube people while you're focusing on it? Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Like right now, I don't have a whole lot of people chatting in my YouTube chat. Otherwise, I'd have to decide how important it is to kind of keep them entertained as well as the people on this X Space. But I'm guessing you'll have a lot more people in your X Space, wise than your YouTube chat may not be quite as busy anyway. But anyway, That's my guess anyway. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually my YouTube chat is busy and not really in my chat on X, but I have more viewers on X. After my account got suspended, I lost. I mean, I built it back to 2,100 something, but we're at close to 11,000 people, followers on X, and that's a big gut punch because that hurts the reach. I mean, obviously it didn't with certain videos because I've got other videos that have went into the 2-3 millions now. But that's on other social media platforms. On X, it really took a reach, and that's where like a lot of the news stuff that I post and a lot of the stories that we post and the reports that I do, that's where the main reach was on X. I mean, my videos were getting, and the views, it's cool to get the views, but really what the views are for is the reach out there for people to see it. That's why I post things and report on things, is for people to see it.
Yeah.
If nobody was watching it, there'd be nothing to report on, or there'd be stuff to report on, but nobody to watch it. So yeah, YouTube's getting there. We're slowly climbing. The engagement. That's the hard part. People will watch things and get involved, but like the engagement of commenting, talking about it. That's why I'm opening up the space so people don't have to type with their fingers. They can use their words.
Yeah.
God gave us.
And then you can also have people on other platforms. I'm not sure besides X and YouTube what other platforms you have, but Paul Tissue, for instance, always hangs out on my X space and in my Facebook there. Not to brag about my Facebook, but you guys can follow me on Facebook at Mr. Bill for Freedom. Because if I put only a Mr. Bill on Facebook, they'll ban me again like they did January 7th, 2021.
Jethro, that's a good comment right there. Just outlaw the DSA as a recognized party. Like 100%. There you go.
Yeah, especially if they're advocating they want to dissolve the basic constitutional tenets of they don't want the Senate, they don't want the presidency or the Supreme Court the way it is. So I'm like, it's weird that they're advocating for the annihilation of the current Constitution. I'm not sure how that would kind of, even though the current Constitution allows them to make their own party. Somebody's requesting. Who's the requester? Unfiltered. Here, let me introduce you guys in audio anyway, not in real life here. Unfiltered, this is Geyer. Geyer, this is Unfiltered. Unfiltered lives in Washington. I think I know what, he doesn't have to say where he's at in that town, but I think I know somewhere in the middle of the state there. But anyway, you guys should get to know each other. Unfiltered deals with a lot of politics stuff. He even wrote a book that has the Constitution in it. Did you already accept the thing, Unfiltered? Should show you as a speaker. Why doesn't it show you as a speaker when you just request it as a speaker? Let's go back here and add you as a speaker. Hold your horses. Unfiltered was talking about you the other day. Like people are bringing you up in the chat. Like, I don't know who Geyer is, but it's probably a good guy or something like that.
We had a conversation in chat.
Where is invite speaker?
I like that guy. What he's doing for Will. Like what?
Yeah.
Helping somebody, man. Like, dude, that dude, Will's funny, and I've never had like a personal beef with him or any issues with him. There's nothing that he doesn't, mess with little kids. He's not out there terrorizing ICE agents. He's not out there attacking journalists. He's not doing any harm to our community. So I've got nothing against him and nothing to report on him. The fact that, he's trying to better himself as a human being, and that a streamer came in and said, hey, I'm going to help this guy out, take him under my wing a little bit, show him the ropes. And the fact that like the dude didn't even know the ropes before coming in here, and the fact that he can come in and kind of do it all the way he did it, I think it's awesome. And keep that in anonymity too. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
DSA is a Democrat Socialist of America Risk is what it stands for. There's also like another group that's associated with that, PSL, Progressive Social Liberation. You have to ask NTK if he was here. He knows what it stands for. But yeah, it's true on that one there. Did you get the mic yet, Unfiltered? I requested one for you there. If you have trouble getting it, send another request.
Hey, Mr. Bill, can you hear me? I'd like to do a sound check. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sounds good.
Loud and clear, perfect. I always have these issues on the X Spaces for some damn reason. Appreciate you letting me up, but yeah, I was just mostly just gonna hop in here for a minute and listen, and then probably comment a little. But yeah, Geyer, I don't know Geyer personally. I actually have watched a lot of your reports and shit. To be honest with you, I like the style of reporting you do, kind of like in your face. Some people find it cringe or maybe too much or whatever the case is. I think it's the way to get the message out. You know, I watch all your shit, to be honest. I don't comment or go in your spaces, and but I've been watching your shit since maybe a month and a half ago when I found it, and I love it. I love you know, especially when you went into that I don't know if it's recent or old, but you had gone into, it was something related to Epstein, right? There was like a clinic, I think it was, or whatever the hell it was. That's the kind of shit people need to be doing. In your face, you know, making people uncomfortable. Some people don't like that. That's kind of my style. In your face, you know, and I not necessarily I got you moment, but kind of I got you, you know, to where they're like, okay, time for you to go, you know. I love it. I love it. But yeah, awesome stuff. And I'm kind of new to this streaming and online stuff, if you will. But I'm not new to the politics, we'll just say. But yeah, I love your style, bro. Absolutely love it.
Appreciate you, man. That yeah, right in your face, and it comes from the person that I heard say that was go put a camera in their face was James O'Keefe. And I've been watching O'Keefe Media. I mean, before he was O'Keefe Media, and I've been watching him for a while, and yeah, that really stuck out to me. Go put a camera in their faces and ask them the questions. Like, and if they deny it, then they deny it. But if they weasel around the question, then and they don't want to answer the question, and they run from it, then that immediately shows a possible form of guilt. And once I have that probable cause, for example, or that possible form of guilt, then the story makes sense. And that's when the in your face makes sense, because the people are like, okay, I get this. Like, this is the reason why he's in their face. A lot of the people don't understand that. And they just see me walking in and yelling at, or not yelling, but having an intense conversation and getting kicked out of a facility. Yeah, man. So I'm happy that you see through all that and appreciate that kind of work, because it's not going to stop.
Yeah, and I know that is a lot more to it. You know, obviously you take it, you edit it or whatever. It's not live, and a lot of people are, you know, I'm familiar with the editing side of stuff and stuff for other things I do, but it's work. You know, it's a lot more. The filming part's probably the easy part. It's going and making the narrative make sense, and also it kind of, that particular one and a few others I've watched yours, it leaves a cliffhanger. I like cliffhangers. The mystery of, is this dude full of shit or are they full of shit? Right. It keeps them like on this edge of the seat. Like, you know, there needs to be a 2.0 or a part 2, right? That's how I felt. I'm like, so is he going to be going back, or are we going to start showing up to people's house? You know, whatever. You know, I'm not saying do that, but that's the kind of shit I get from. I dig it. It's not everybody's style, but whatever. I dig the in your face shit, you know. And it's almost like it's not necessarily a First Amendment audit, but at the same time, you know, obviously you're on private property, so you can push it until they're like, get the F out of Dodge, right? But at the same time, it kind of is a First Amendment thing. Press, right? It's the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment, right? Just another extension of it. So yeah, it's pretty badass, dude. I dig it. Totally dig it.
So like Jonathan Cho,
it's not for everybody.
Jonathan Cho does a similar, you know, whenever he goes to confront the mayor of Seattle, like that video went viral, and a few other people that he interviews up there when they're out and about and allowing homeless people all over Chinatown in Seattle and things like that. He gets up in people's faces.
Yeah, he's a beast. That's how it all started down here, Bill, with me at least. Well, at least for this go around. He did an interview with me, did a whole story on me, because I went down there to clean up the doxing material. There was ICE agents that were being doxed, and all of their stuff was up on the street poles. I mean, Pam took a picture of one of my doxing materials down there of me, and they put lipstick on me this time, and I thought that was pretty funny. So I'm waiting for somebody to go up and kiss it on stream. I might go up and kiss it, but I might overdose from fentanyl from touching that thing. But anyways, when I went down to the ICE facility, clean that stuff up, Cho did a story on it, and the first thing he goes, "Why are you doing that?" I'm just like, I'm just cleaning up, man. And I realized who he was, and I was like, "Show me your credentials, man, because I haven't really seen you too much, except for when you got beat up in Seattle." And so he showed me. He did a whole story on it, and that's when I was like, you know what, I got to come down here and start cleaning up more. That's when David Medina grabbed a hold of me and said, "Hey, bro, I like your in-your-face style. Do you want to go report for me?" So I became a media correspondent for him for a couple of months. Then I became his producer. And then I decided to go independent. And the in-your-face stuff isn't going to stop. Jonathan Cho, I'd take a lot of my style from him as well. Like walking down the street, like it's so funny you mentioned him because, and these two people that got brought up because he walks down the street holding his camera, like his phone. He doesn't have a tripod. He sometimes does, but mainly he just has a phone. He's walking on his runs. Like he goes on runs or walks. And that's what I do. Like I go on walks through the city and just document. And so that's kind of the style of walking down the street. You know, I'm outside of this, and this. And then my wife has been watching some like Mr. Beast videos lately and like how he does his videos and whatnot. And it's kind of got me watching his style a little bit. And you kind of take from other people's input and styles. And when you're doing this and kind of put it into your own thing. And I'm happy that I've made it into my in-your-face kind of reporting. It's pretty awesome. And thank you, Guy, for awesome.
Yeah. Katie's good too, but she doesn't quite do the in-your-face stuff. Although she was getting in the face of the legal aid people or whatever. I liked how she kind of kept asking them, we heard that you guys were kind of getting involved in some of the Antifa stuff, and they just would not answer her questions at all.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that that's one of the topics I'm going to bring up too. Is this legal aid stuff? The guild, the Lawyers Guild. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to get somebody in the space who is part of the Lawyers Guild. I invited him, so hopefully they're going to be coming in.
Foot Cavalry. Since I'm streaming to YouTube right now, and I don't know you. No offense, but I just don't want to risk the channel.
Bill, I'm gonna bounce out of this one so I can get my other one set up and go hang out with my wife for a little while before I spend 3 hours in this space.
Oh, yeah, I think it'll be 3 hours. Ooh, you shall see. But
Eddie, man, they could go forever.
Yeah, it depends on if get Pam in there or something like that.
Yeah. Pam, if you're listening anonymously or whatever, or somebody else is streaming this to you, you're welcome to come into my space at 9 p.m. You're not blocked. Welcome to come in and have a conversation. Again, everybody's welcome. But if I will lay down some ground rules, obviously, because there's going to be I don't want the vulgarity to be in here. I'm not a vulgar person. I mean, I get joking around and stuff, but I'm a professional to some extent as well. And there's also women who listen to these spaces who get offended really easily off of stupid shit people say. So I'm just going to try and keep the vulgarity down to a minimum. Cussing, yeah, obviously, it's freedom of speech. I cuss. I have a sailor's mouth, and I'm working on it. No, I'm not. So yeah, thanks for having me, Bill. Thanks for getting me set up. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to one of the OGs, guys.
Call me old again.
Original gangsters. It's not OG doesn't mean you're old.
I thought it meant you're old guy or something.
No, OG, original gangster. He's one of the OGs, and yeah, I appreciate it, Bill. So thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you later. Hey, Eddie, I see you down there or whatever. My chat wants you to come on and say hello or whatever. If you want to say hello, go ahead and pop in. I think you're one of Unfiltered. I know you're mod for some people. I can't remember who you're mod for, but Usher, as soon as I say your name, you disappear. What's up with that? Oh, no, never mind. You moved up. Okay. Request, so know you or Wolfie, you're in the chat there. I recognize you. Cashman probably also, if he wants to chat or whatever. I see him on all sorts of spaces. Legend. Again, you're calling me old, Robbie. Okay, just because you're a Canadian doesn't mean you can call people old. Okay, just because Canada is a newer country.
Mr. Bill, I just the title is Mr. Bill is always right. Prove me wrong. I got one. You were just wrong. You said that Ed is a mod over at my channel. I don't have no mods, so you proved wrong. 0 mods, Mr. Bill. 0 mods.
I said probably, didn't I say a probably or maybe you're
backpedaling?
No. That's you gotta know the difference between a claim and a question. Okay,
Okay.
Phrase it in the form of a question. It's not a claim. Okay, you got to understand. Pretend I'm a lefty when I make a claim. Then you can go after me. But when I ask a question, but anyway, we were talking about pizza earlier, pineapple on pizza. We kind of covered that issue there, and I was correct about that. That pineapple does not belong on a pizza without another meat. So nobody could prove me wrong on that one. Then we moved into other stuff Geyer wanted to talk about. Mainly, I started the space just to help Geyer figure out how to YouTube stream.
Is this going to be his is this going to be like his first space that he's kind of running kind of thing?
Yeah. He was mainly just getting tech help or whatever.
Yeah.
There's going to be a delay or whatever, about a 3-second delay on YouTube, no matter what. The X spaces are automatic. Right after I say the word, you hear the word, but it doesn't come out into YouTube 2 or 3 seconds after you say something or whatever. Then it shows up on the YouTube channel. I don't think there's a way to speed it up on YouTube, is there?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
So his first X space, general topic, or he has a topic, or is he kind of doing what you're doing? What's overall?
9 o'clock. I think it's open discussion. He'll mainly focus on the news. He'll probably write out a list of news topics that are important to him. He mainly focuses on Portland, as you there, but they're probably talking about national stuff. But just he has a tendency to trigger people and things like that on the right and the left. So that's why I'm thinking he's going to get quite a few people that'll kind of want to have beef with him about this, that, or the other thing. Possibly, I could be wrong too on that.
Well, that's what I would say. You're absolutely right on that. Actually, X spaces are full of drama. Everyone I've gone into, it turns into drama. I was in some random one earlier today, just listening, and it was just pure. X spaces. I don't know what it is. They turn into pure drama. People just, I don't know if it's the raising the hand thing or what it is, but it's always drama. I've never been in an X space where it didn't, and it's always like, hey, no drama, and then it's drama. It's crazy.
I know. I have a X group chat or whatever that says no drama on it, and every once in a while, like drama, all of a sudden, like what the heck? I try to pick people out there that don't sort of get too much into the drama, and then once in a while, like, what is all this drama, silly stuff all about? But yeah, I think it's probably just it gives people a chance to vent or whatever verbally without seeing people's faces. You've seen those pictures that the dogs fighting each other on the other side of a glass kind of thing. But once that glass door gets opened or whatever, they actually see each other, or can touch each other, then they stop doing that. A lot of people, I think that's the same way when it comes to this. If the same people I see on here, or whatever, if I opened up a StreamYard where they could see their faces, I don't think that they would bicker as much if they actually saw the person's faces, is my theory on that one. I'm not making a claim, just making a theory. Okay, so.
And also on top of that is very few people would probably show up. I remember I had over 300 people watching recently. It might be 350, let's say 300. And I put the stream link into the chat, and I got 0 people that clicked. Well, I got one guy, one of those meat wads, right? But he had no video. So they probably wouldn't show up. But at X Space, they'll show up, right?
Exactly, because they know they're not on camera and they can say stuff, and Elon's a little bit nicer than whoever owns Google about banning people and things like that. So they know the only person that's going to ban that would be the host.
I mean, 2026, I think Elon Musk needs to take a little bit of that money, fix the X spaces, because they kind of suck, right? There's always a problem. If you're not a speaker, there's so many problems. If you listen anonymously or on a laptop, I mean, it's so annoying that I sometimes just listen. If it drops, and I won't go back in. It's just so annoying. But I would imagine it's probably going to evolve. He's always testing things, right? Trying.
Exactly.
I'd imagine it's going to evolve into something that will probably be video at some point, or maybe separate product or something.
I think
it would be cool.
I think what he might do or whatever would be, since there's all these like StreamYards and Restream things out there, he has the X spaces and the videos that he can do. He'll sort of converge those into some sort of way where he can sort of use the X space platform with the videos and put the people in X space into the videos in some way. Sort of like StreamYard allows you to invite people and things like that. I'm thinking that would be kind of a great way to kind of mix that. You see, he always likes to mix his companies and everything. Why wouldn't he mix similar things on X at that point there if he has the capability to say, if I like right now I'm on X also, let's say I'd be able to drag and drop people from this X space into my X video. That'd be interesting. Makes sense
That
to
would
me.
be a great idea. Maybe he's listening and you have the $1 trillion idea, right? And also, yeah, if you want to stream on X, you have to do the custom, key, and then it's a channel right to it. So I
Yeah.
don't know why there's not like a studio, right? You have YouTube, you could stream from. Rumble as a studio.
Yeah.
All Kick has its own studio, right? Where you can stream directly from it. I have no clue why X doesn't have it, because they actually favor videos over just generic text posts to begin with. So it's kind of dumb.
It does have a studio, maybe not as advanced as YouTube, but if you look up twitter.studio, there is a way you can go in there and change your videos and edit your videos and clip them and things like that.
But you can't go live from it, can you? You can't go like into X and then go live from it, like a native platform, right? Can you? I've not seen it.
I'm looking at Twitter Studio website.
I don't think there's a native studio where I can go in there like I can YouTube, Rumble, or Kick, or Twitch, right? Or Tiki and hit let's go live and stream. Everything's kind of custom keyed, right? I mean,
yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's not obvious to me if there is.
There's a lot more stuff. If you look at the help center and everything, it looks like he's kind of leaning to doing something like that.
He definitely should. He definitely should, right?
Managing permissions across accounts. Yeah, and eventually you'll want to put moderators in the chats and things like that also. I don't know if there's a way to add moderators on the X space chats. Not that I get it, anybody.
So this is why I mainly hopped on Mr. Bill is I got a suggestion for the title. It should be called Mr. Bill's Crash Out Space.
Oh, should I do a simulated crash out here? I want
you don't have to do the crash out. Let someone else do it. We can all watch.
There's that other channel that has the crash out space. Chris, I think Crystal
crashed out.
Yeah. I've never been there, but it's popular, I guess. She only has like 7 or 10 people in there usually, but I guess it's a place where people can go and kind of vent their frustrations without it being broadcast all over the world or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of crashing out going in there. It's boring as hell though. It's really boring.
Jennifer, what's on your mind? I see you requested there. I'll let you up there.
Hi, I just wanted to say hi to Unfiltered. I see you. I found you on YouTube recently, and I just wanted to say hi to you. And I happened to follow you, Mr. Bill, from a long time ago, but just wanted to say hello. And can you imagine going back to what you guys were talking about, like with the video and the X spaces? These X spaces go all night long, and people fall asleep on them. And can you imagine sitting on a video and people are just like zonked out? I don't know that it would work well. But anyway, thanks, guys.
You're welcome, Jennifer. I would never put people on my StreamYard that would go to sleep on my channel. I don't know what you're talking about there.
Another lie.
Chris, you don't know what Jennifer was talking about there, do you? I'm sure Laura has no idea what I'm talking about, or Right Side Rebels. They would never go to sleep on my stream on camera, would they? Britt's like, ha, Mr. Bill, it's called sarcasm. That wasn't called making a claim. That was called sarcasm.
Maybe they're not sleeping per se, like they want to admit, but they're resting their eyes, right? You're right. You're still right.
Yeah. Laura says she's resting her eyes, and I think Rebel's excuse was, no, I'm just playing with my dog or something. Well, like peekaboo with her dog or something like that. But they always have some sort of excuse like that. Hey, Mrs. Axel, you can pop in here too if you wanted to say anything or something like that. Nice to see you in the chat there, YouTube chat anyway. Got some interesting names there. Hey, did I say something funny, Chapo? You laughed. I rarely say funny things. Is Chris? Is he doing what I think he's doing? I think he's doing what I think he's doing. He can if he wants to. If he's looking for content and using me as content.
3 pew-pewers. 2 people.
He's doing what I think he's doing. Yeah. He's doing what I think he's doing. Yeah, it's like he's talking about pew-pews on his channel while he's listening to me. Okay. As long as he doesn't put any pew-pews on his screen, then he's okay. But anyway, hopefully everybody's doing good over there. Anybody else have any topics that they want to challenge how I'm always right on? since I didn't even plan on really doing much of a video today, either in the YouTube chat or on the X Space there, what should you think I'm wrong about here? Or ask me my beliefs or something like that and see if I'm right about my beliefs here.
I got one for you, Mr.
Go for
Bill. Shiloh. Oh, and Jennifer, appreciate you following. Thanks. I appreciate that a lot. New streamer, so I appreciate that. Shiloh, right? The gal, the blonde gal that used the hard N-word, right, against the kid, and then later the guy was like, "Hey, say it again, say it again." The guy was kind of harassing her. She said it again, right? So she was convicted of disorderly conduct, right, for saying those words, right? Do you think that the Constitution or people have the right to use those words like she did without being harassed by the government?
No, they should not, as long as it's not followed by I'm going to do something bad to you, then N-word, or something like that. Then it would be a threat, but if you're just simply calling somebody that name or something like that, there's no threat applied to it. I'm guessing that's how the jury thought that it was a threatening word, and then somehow that's how they came to that thing. But there's nothing directly threatening about that word. But so I'm guessing that using their weird psychology, they somehow thought that was threatening. But yeah, I thought
the idiots got it wrong. So what you're saying is what they said the word does. They said it's because it's a fighting word. So the fighting word doctrine says that things you say in which would invoke a physical or violent response are considered not protected speech. So they use the very flip side of what you're saying, right? They're saying the word alone is the threat without the conditional part you're talking about. Using the word alone is the threat, right? So they use the fighting word doctrine.
So they considered that word as a threatening word, even though it's a adjective, right?
Exactly. They got it backwards.
Yeah, bizarre at that point there. So therefore, that would open the door. I'm sure it'll end up going to higher courts, but if what words are considered fighting words, if that's considered a fighting word, what other adjectives, the saltine word or whatever, I don't even like to say the other version of that, but the other kind of.
I'll give you an example, Mr. Bill. You're reading my mind. It's like we planned this out, right? So think about misgendering someone, right? That would go right up the same alley.
No.
Misgendering someone could be considered now fighting words by that precedent.
Yeah, at that point there, if you're calling somebody something that they don't think they are, that's the opposite of what they are in their minds, that you're dehumanizing them and their minds at that point there, then that would be considered a fighting word potentially. Yeah.
Yeah. So me calling you Mrs. Bill or Miss Bill, and you like to be called a man, would potentially in that state get me arrested for disorderly conduct for fighting words, which is a low bar, right? So it's nuts. So watch, I mark my words. I firmly believe that these liberal courts are out to go after the First Amendment to condition us to say, hey, you can't say things that are offensive, right? So I have a strong feeling we might see people getting persecuted. I mean, we already have, but we haven't seen it applied like this, right? So it's a slippery slope. And I think that's where we're going.
Exactly. And it's sort of like they keep saying that since other developed nations have healthcare for all, we should also have it. So in that same kind of vein or whatever, other countries have hate speech laws, Germany, UK, Canada, I'm guessing. Hubie, thank you for Robbie, thank you for the donation. But they can sort of use that same kind of stuff. Since these other countries do it, they know what they're doing. Therefore, the United States should also have hate speech laws that would involve this kind of stuff there too. And that's just would be so scary for a country that actually has the freedom of speech built into their constitution. Maybe there's some other countries that do, but no European countries really advertise it so much as we do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, the problem is I don't know of any other country in the world that has ordered liberty like we do, because the government does not grant the right? In other countries, the government grants civil liberties, like Canada, the European Union, or that's more of a union, higher level, but even the countries within the union, right? Other countries grant their citizens rights as if though they're a serf class, right? We're the only country that I know of in the world, correct me if I'm wrong, that the government did not grant us any rights. So they didn't grant us the First Amendment right. And that's kind of the fundamental difference between our country and adopting these crazy European ideologies on free speech. Because look at Canada, look at what happens in Great Britain. If you make fun of the LGBT community, or if you have an opinion that differs, if you make fun of Islam, they come knocking on your door and they arrest you. So it's coming here. If people don't wake up to the First Amendment's probably the most important limitation on government, because they will take advantage of it like they have in other countries. It's kind of scary.
I know. I just asked Google, does any other country have better protection for freedom of speech? The answer was no. No other country provides broader legal protection for freedom of speech than the United States, whose First Amendment protects speech protections as nearly absolute. Other nations generally balance free expression against public harms like hate speech, defamation, or public disorder, leading to more legal restrictions elsewhere. They go on about those other countries, like you mentioned, Europe, UK, Canada, Australia. No other country, nobody else comes close. What does it say about Norway and Estonia? While their legal definitions of free speech allow for hate speech restrictions, they consistently rank higher than the United States on global metrics for press freedom, and internet safety freedom due to lower structural corruption and robust civic transparency in Norway and Estonia.
Yeah, and that I would say that's also bogus, because they don't have FOIA type things there. There's actually the governments in other nations, especially Norway and those Norwegian countries, they actually don't have full access to everything when it comes to government spending, government revenues and stuff like that. So I would say that's just a AI Google hallucination there.
Yeah.
Even on that front, we have the right to open government. They don't have open government. So depending on how you define it, that could be true, but I disagree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think that what they're probably more referring is the press can do it at once with the people out there, but not as far as holding the government responsible. I think they're talking about the other, they can ask people questions or at the private industry, but I don't think they're referring to they can't hold the government accountable like they ought to anyway. But crazy. That's out there. Thanks as you're listening in the chat there. Anybody else want to come up? Whatever, I'll probably let you up. Matthias or whatever. Do you want to talk to your buddy Unfiltered here or whatever, or make fun of him? I won't stop you. Come on, at least laugh at that. That was kind of funny. Anywho, guys, is it getting closer to 9 o'clock? Only 8:30 here. 9 o'clock we'll raid over to Geiger here. And he don't have the crazy things going on over there. Or at least I'll end my X space and suggest you guys go over to hang out on his X space. Maybe I'll do that, and then I'll do more dancing on my YouTube videos, on my YouTube stream. Not that anybody likes my dancing. But what else am I right about all the time, guys? I'm right about the Portland Blazers should make the city. What is the latest thing with the Blazers? They keep saying they want to move out of the city or something like that until the city kind of cleans things up for them. I forget what the drama is there, but there's always some politics between what's going on in Portland and the city. Chris, are you still restreaming me? It's okay if you are. Just put a thumbs up there if you can multitask. Everybody, look at Chris's thing there. See if he's going to put a thumbs up in the X space there. We're waiting for Chris to hit the thumbs up on the screen. Come on, Chris. Where's the thumbs up? Come on now. Come on. Is he going to do it? No, he's not listening. He's probably talking to his chat. It's okay. There he hit the thumbs up. There we go. Good job. Good job, Chris. Danny, you got to get on top of this guy, okay? Not the way some people think I meant by that, but you just kind of keep an eye on him.
Mr. Bill getting zesty.
That was an accident, okay? I did not mean it the way some people would have intended there. Yeah. Make sure you have. Do you have a Nightbot on your thing, Unfiltered or Stream Elements? If you ever do shout outs or whatever, I like the Nightbot. Just makes it easy. Just hit ! Danny or whatever you program it in for, and it automatically comes up with the thing there.
Yeah, I only use Nightbot. I have Grok. You can ask Grok questions. You
Cool.
just, do a command Grok and then ask questions. I use
That's-
only Nightbot for that, and then I use a different one for all the other stuff.
Oh, Nightbot has a sort of a answer questions thing or something.
You have to program it. You have to go program it with. There's a little programming involved. If you want to do it, I can give you all the files, and then you just fire it up each time. But yeah, that's the only thing I use for Nightbot.
That's too much work. He wanted to do that thing that Portland Andy has, where he sort of sets up like 6 or 7 different screens. But in order to do that, he must use a program that works with extensions on the Google or something like that. And I hate dealing with extension programs.
What do you mean, like all his various screens and stuff that he's streaming?
Yeah. I mean, he stream wall or something like that. But in order to do stream wall, it somehow uses an extension program. When I looked it up anyway, but when I do mine, but I can still put up a few or whatever if I'm using OBS, and it'll still look okay. But it's kind of bizarre. Oh, you guys are probably saying something in the purple pill. What are you guys saying in the purple pill that I missed here? Anything important here? Matthias said, just had an interesting conversation with a small business owner about yet another fee city council is floating to put money in another nonprofit instead of using funds already collected for graffiti removal, street cleanups, and increased public safety presence. Let's end the Park Rose ESD. Any comments on that? Filtered? Nope. Okay, let's see what else is in the Dolly Parton is what Matthias likes. Okay, or no, that was Geyer's friend. Sorry about that. I'm getting confused. My old age. Insane prices. Okay, double checking. Back to the chat there. It's weird if I can't dance for you guys. If I dance for you, then the X-Space people would not be able to watch. Okay, so I know you want me to dance for you, but it would be unfair to the X-Space people that don't see me on video. Okay, not gonna happen. Robbie, why are there so many? How many Canadians do we have in the chat there? Put a thumbs up if you're a Canadian in the X-Space, or put a 1 if you're a Canadian in the chat. There's a lot of conservative Canadians that I've noticed lately. Jeannie's out there on mine there. Scrolling on the thing there. Any Canadians? No, not in the X-Space. I thought there might have been a thumbs up or something over there. Nope. Just Jeannie and Joe is a Canadian. You like talking to Joe Unfiltered when he pops in your chat? Do you have anything smart to say in your chat?
Things smart to say? No. Do I mind talking to him? No. I don't mind Joe.
Yeah.
We had a little clash here and there, but I got to give him a little credit, Mr. Canadian Joe. I called him out. I was like, hey, call into the show. He called in, and got to give him credit for that. And then he called yesterday, so I got to give Joe credit where he deserves credit. But Joe is Joe.
Yeah. At least he's not annoying as some trolls or something like that pop in and say F Trump and then leave, or some derogatory type weird trolling things or whatever. But our mods are usually pretty quick at kind of kicking those crazy trolls out of there and keeping the decent trolls like Joe around there. Jethro is a good troll too.
I thought Joe was a bot, to be honest, forever. But I heard his voice 2 different times now, so he's real. He's just a Canadian.
Are you sure
with a lot to say?
He's not AI. He didn't have that one of those AI kind of voices.
Well, if he was AI, he pretty damn good program, because he not red blooded, but Mabel blooded Canadian for sure.
Oh, Canadian AI. Okay. Eddie, I see you in the chat there. Why didn't you want to come up on stage and talk? I'm not that annoying. Angry Oregonian in the chat there for Geyer's back in there. All right. Hopefully you're doing good. Geyer, you got all your tech stuff set up? Put a thumbs up if you got your tech stuff ready to go. Unless you just need more testing or whatever on it, feel free to request and we can do more testing on your thing over there if you want to. Angry Oregonian probably wants to test his motorcycle one of these days. It makes a lot of loud noises. Danny's over there also, and Chris. Are you guys like multi-streaming me? That's kind of strange. Okay. Anybody else can request a mic if they want to prove me wrong about something? Ooh. Oh, you got sound effects on that one there too. How does it on yours on that sound? Was that you unfiltered? How do you?
Yeah, it was. I sorry. I was just I'm messing with. Sorry.
No,
I thought it was muted and then whatever. It unmutes it, so whatever.
was that through your soundboard or was that in the other room?
No, it's on the phone. If you're on the phone, it's like the little magical wand thing, like in the middle, off the on the phone.
Oh, weird. I was using that one there. I was because what I could do, I guess, if I switched it to the other microphone, it's a voice mod thing. Let me know if this thing works, guys. Here, if I change this here, if it changes my voice in the X space here to a weird voice that I'll change it to. Hold on. But I'll keep the YouTube the same as it normally is. And then testing 1, 2, 3. Does it sound a little weird?
Pretty weird.
Oh, he's trying to funny guy. I see how it is. But YouTube, did it sound that weird to you, or does my voice sound normal? Because I didn't change the microphone in YouTube on the StreamYard. I only changed it for the X space. That would be another way to check the delayed guy by changing your voice. Hebe, is it weird voice? Oh, you hear both voices. Oh, you have a delay. Okay. That's bizarre. Or wait, let me turn off the echo thing. All right, is it still you hear the funny voice and the normal voice in YouTube? Because they should only be hearing the funny voice in the X space right now, but you guys should be hearing just the normal voice, however normal my voice is, in the YouTube. And Jeannie's laughing at me again. Normal only right now. Thank you, Hebe. And only no echo, just the normal regular. Okay. Why do you Angry hates me for some reason? I'm not sure why he hates me. Okay. I just want to see if that worked. I'll go back to the normal voice on the X space. That's just a cool thing that you can do if you wanted to be able to change your voice or something like that. But I don't pay for the extra version on Voice Mod to change my voice to different things. Is there like no other X spaces right now, you guys? I don't mind you guys popping in here, but there's Gatlinburg's hanging out in here. Jennifer's chilling out with us. Feel free to follow the other people in the chat if you're not already following them. You see Chris and Danny there. Guy or Angry Oregonian that evidently hates me for some reason. I'm probably being sarcastic about that, but he hates me because I'm always right. I think is part of the reason he hates me. I always prove him wrong. He's either afraid to pick up a microphone or his wife won't let him pick up the microphone. I'm not sure which one it is. Yeah, let's make sure y'all follow Lady Angry. Also, we're trying to get Lady Angry to have more subscribers than Angry, okay? So make sure you follow the link that I'm putting in the YouTube chat there. Also, yeah, somebody else can put it in the X-Space chat if they want to as well. Okay. Anybody else can pick up a microphone? Unfiltered's in the bathroom doing bathroom stuff, so we're not going to bug him while he's over there. Okay. Trying to keep 41 people entertained on YouTube and 10 people entertained on, or maybe 15 people entertained on X. Oh, actually, there's another person over on X over there. Quidsonberry's hanging out in my X chat over there. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to keep my YouTube people entertained here. If you guys want to follow me on YouTube, it's only a Mr. Bill on YouTube. And by doing giving them bubbles first, and then ask them to Bills. I try to be the man, but I'd like you can watch other people too. I'm sure Chris and Danny are keeping themselves entertained too. See this thing in here? Sorry if you guys can hear that. I mean, on the thing or whatever, it's my bubble pew pew over there, so it's shooting bubbles towards the screen. Sounds like Angry's motorcycle. I know. Actually, it sounds better than Angry's motorcycle. You guys want to hear what Angry's motorcycle sounds like? Sort of. Here it is again. Yep. Stronger engine and everything. Okay, you could when I say a funny joke in the X Space, there's a laughing emoji or something like that there. So I'm not sure why you guys aren't using the laughing emoji when I say something funny. Okay, that was very funny. Co-host for what? I didn't say who said co-host? He hasn't even requested a mic. Why would he want to be a co-host if he hasn't even requested a mic? Plus, at around 9 o'clock or so, after Geyer starts his thing up or whatever, it would be another good thing that Elon could do or whatever is making X Spaces rateable too. I mean, you can always put in the link to the other X Space, but if there was a way to transfer your audience of your X Space to another X Space, and whatever community it is, that would be an interesting way to do it, because you can do that on YouTube and at the end of your stream and send people over. But that would be a cool thing for Elon to do. If you're listening, Elon, I want 10% of the credit for that. Okay. And a theory was earlier that Meatwad is Geyer's secret identity. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that somebody had that theory that Meatwad and Geyer it was his alter ego or something like that. I think that was been disproven. I'm not sure though, but it could be that his alter ego is the Meatwad person. I think I've only seen him once. I'm not sure if I banned him or not, but has anybody else seen Meatwad out there? Yeah, the Geyer Space at 9 o'clock there. What did I put it in the at 9 o'clock or whatever on my YouTube or whatever? I'll give people the option to follow your YouTube, but the Geyer Space is already in the purple pill thing there, and it's actually, I think it's at the top of the thing there. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Let me see if there's anything else in the purple pill that people have said or try to prove me wrong about here. Hold on a second here. Anybody got something they want to talk about? Matthew said something was loud, but nobody else said anything purple pill besides, it was Jennifer that's trying to help me out with the thing earlier. That was nice for her. Joe, get in here and give me some Canadian liberal talking points here, okay? Tell me why Mark Carney's a smart guy or something like that. Come on, Joe, come on. You need the link or not? Elon is listening. Okay, like 10%. Oh, I'll settle for 5% profits. Okay, technically I'll settle for 1%. Okay, but give me credit when I have good ideas. Once in a while, I do have good ideas. What else? Oh, I was gonna play a game. Actually, I'll ask the chat a question. I got this thing called No Filter on this game or whatever, and I ask people these questions. I already asked that one the other day. Let's think. Oh, try this one. What's your most embarrassing memory from school, guys? What's your most embarrassing memory from school? I'm not sure if Unfiltered has an embarrassing movie moment from school or something like that. Did somebody deep hands them or something like that? Or Angry Oregonian, what was your most embarrassing time in school? Was it when they broke into your log cabin or something like that? Or I'm not sure how old you are there. You're not working? Okay, come on now. Let me work on my sound effects here. The YouTube can hear my sound effects, but for some reason they don't broadcast through the microphone, I don't believe. You got this one here. This one here. Mr. Bill beat me up and took my lunch money. Oh, see, I did not do that. I do not pick on people, though. I would be able to do that to you because you're a wimp. So, but I do not do that. I don't beat people up, Angry Oregonian, no matter what they say. Nobody's talking here. I'm trying to say good jokes, trying to keep Chris and Danny's audience entertained, but nobody else is coming up on the mic to help me entertain the audience there. So how can I entertain Chris and Danny's audience if nobody's coming in here to talk to me? Okay, I'll even send a link out somewhere else or whatever into another thing or whatever. Somebody wants to do the StreamYard thing, we'll have multiple people in the YouTube chat as well as in the X-Space chat there. Let's try that.
Mr. Bill, so it just proves that you're always right. Nobody's willing to prove you wrong. So it's over. It's over. That's
That's
why.
true. That's true. I'm
Right?
always right.
Think about it. Think about it. Right? You're not thinking here.
They're afraid to challenge me. You know, give me a
They
topic.
know you're. They know you're right. So yeah.
They're just in here kind of listening to the guy who's always right about everything. Yeah, they can't challenge me. They're even Gatlinburg local, probably a Tennessee fan down there. The Oregon Ducks could wipe out Tennessee anytime, any day. Okay, right? Gatlinburg, come on, put a thumbs up or thumbs down if you think that's true. Come on. Even he admits the Ducks are better than Tennessee. I'm guessing the T's for Tennessee. Good. Yep. I proved him wrong.
Again, Bill is right. So I mean, no challenge.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. If you guys don't know how to request the mic, it's the button down there that has the heart, and then you see the hand there. You guys know that. Although Wolfie knows I'm always right. Of course, he agrees with that partly because he knows I'll unmod him if he disagrees, but that's still means I'm right. Okay, nobody else. Okay. I got my jokes. Here's the next question. If Unfiltered, anybody else wants to answer this one here. What movie can you watch over and over without getting tired of? The Goonies, anybody? Chris and Danny would probably say the Goonies because they were in Astoria recently. What movie can you watch over and over without getting tired? I'd say Top Gun, probably.
Mine would be Mallrats. Mallrats, number one movie of all time.
I've never seen that movie all the way through. Did that have those two funny guys or whatever in it, or whatever, the annoying guys? What do they call themselves?
Jay and Silent Bob. Yes.
Yeah. It's more of a millennial movie. I'm more of a Gen X smart guy than that. But Mallrats, interesting. What other movies there, guys? Angry Oregonian. Trying to think of a black and white movie you like, Charlie Chan kind of movie or something like that. I can't think of any Charlie Chan movies that you might have liked, but that's his generation.
How about good movies in general? Because Mallrats something I can watch over and over, but there's a lot of good movies I can't watch, but maybe like every few years. Like we'll go with like Dances with Wolves is a great one, or Waterworld. You know, those are awesome, especially Dances with Wolves. Amazing movie.
Do you have a secret crush on Kevin Costner? Is that what you're telling me?
Only for you to figure out, Mr. Bell.
Hey, Danny and Chris, you need to invite Unfiltered to your next get together at this club. You know, I'm just kidding. But yeah, those are good movies. Yeah, Waterworld was fun and exciting. The ratings didn't really like it or whatever. I liked it. I think I saw that.
It's about the plot. It's about the plot. Same with like Tombstone. You know, Tombstone is another great movie, right?
Yeah. You don't want to watch it all over and over again, but yeah, it's like when you're rewatching it, you know what they're gonna do next. You know, like I want to wait for the time when Doc Holliday plays with the little coffee cup. You know, you remember that part? Wasn't that your favorite part of the movie?
That is the best part. That is the movie right there. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, Corral was okay, but when he makes fun of that other guy with the coffee cup, that was hilarious. Come on, put a thumbs up if you guys remember that part of the movie there, or put a 1 in the chat. Again, I'm trying to. This is the thing you're gonna have to deal with, Geyer, when you're doing your thing. You try to entertain both your YouTube audience and your X-Base audience here, especially when your X-Base audience only has one other speaker in it. Everybody's afraid to talk or knows that I'm right, and they're not willing to come on and challenge how I'm right about everything.
Or Mr. Bill, you do this. There's another way to go about it. Is you let the X space have a mind of its own, and you pause yourself and you sit there and talk crap on your YouTube with your YouTube people, and let them all kind of crash out without them knowing you're talking about them. That's an idea.
What do you mean? So like make fun of my YouTube audience while they're here, or
no, the other way around. So you allow the X space to just have a mind of its own, right? And you listen on your YouTube and speak on the YouTube, but not on the X, right? So you're kind of watching it as if though you're not the host.
Oh, so just like pretend it's not there, and then eventually maybe some from but he also eventually sort of decided to pick up a mic if I focus on what I'm doing on YouTube. And they're like, "What's he doing? Does he not see us?" I could do that, maybe. Okay, so let's go back and play on YouTube. We're gonna do this Uno game here, where you guys are gonna pick a thing, the card number on my screen. I'm not sure if you're watching on YouTube Unfiltered, but we do this thing on here where we pick a card that I've got here, because you're gonna have to kind of make sure you don't blink. Britt always blinks when she does this here. So we got 4 numbers here, okay? You guys are gonna have to remember where the number 4 is. These humongous Uno cards that I'm holding up right here. So if you guys want to follow my YouTube, it's only Mr. Bill on YouTube. This is also a way that guys try to get people to follow on different platforms too, but ignore me. I'm not talking to the X-Space actually. Okay, follow where the number 4 is. You ready? Let me see if I can do this without. Should I make my screen bigger? Let me make it a little bit bigger. Actually, let's just get rid of the X-Space. They're still listening, but you can't see them. Okay. We'll follow the number 4. You guys are paying attention. Angry. Make sure. I know you have bad eyes, but try to pay attention. Remember where the 4 is. It's right here, right now on this thing here. I'll keep my eye out. If I see a request on that other screen or whatever, then I might acknowledge the thing over there, but I can't acknowledge the X-Space until I see another request. Now I see the request, but I already started the game, so I'm going to have to go through this, and then I'll get to your request. Or Unfiltered. And there, I guess, no, I don't have him as a co-host. Otherwise, he would have been able to tell me who that person was. Is following here. Has ever played Uno back in the day? Who was the Uno champion? Okay. He's following me. This is really exciting here, even though I should have music on in the background. But the problem is when I do the music in the background, I can never tell if it's too loud or whatever. And am I talking over it, or is the music too loud? But I'll figure that out some other time. Okay. Remember, I said follow where the number 4 is. Are you following where the number 4 is? All right. Chat. Now tell me, this is number 1? Yeah. Is it number 2? Is it number 3? Or is it number 4? Where is the number 4 at? Or in other words, where is the green card at? Is it in the number 1 spot that I'm pointing at? Is it the number 2 spot that I'm pointing at? Is it the number 3 spot that I'm pointing at? Or is it in the number 4 spot? Britt.
3.
Let's see. Britt's got a thing there. See, this is the other cool way to do it. If you have 2 screens, like Unfiltered has, he's watching on the screen and listening on his phone or something like that. So you have 2 screens, you're doing good. Jeannie says 2. Britt says 2. You don't have to believe what the mods say. Angry says 5. He's trying to be funny because there's only 4 cards. Joe says 1. Well, he's a Canadian. He has trouble with his eyes. 5.5. Not your IQ, Angry. We're talking about the cards in the screen here. But yes, the answer was 2. I'm not sure why my mods are cheating by doing that, but okay, we'll let them cheat this time. That's where the number 4 was. Okay. And then sometimes I give them a reward. I'll give them the option this time. You want the bubble show or the puppet show as a reward? Britt and Jeannie, you 2 guys got the answer right there. The bubble show or the puppet show? And we could do let's do since Danny or Chris are probably watching, and I didn't see it the other day or something like that, but they did Danny evidently picked up Chris and danced around with him. I'm not sure if they did any cheek kissing or anything like that, but we'll do this thing here. Let me see if we can do it here. The elephants. Let me see who the request was here real quick. Oh, Jennifer there. I'll add you as a speaker, Jennifer, but let me just keep talking, okay? Here we go. Thank you. Okay. Because Danny likes to be the elephant in the room. There's the elephant there. And turtle, right? And music in the background if it works. Unfiltered or Jennifer, is that music too loud? I'm talking over it. Can you hear the music if you're watching on YouTube? I'm not sure if you can hear it over that. A little turtle puppet here. There he is. Turtle can't get away. He's not very fast. Okay. First, let me see if Chris and Danny are watching. They probably want to watch this and laugh at it or something like that. Yep, they're getting ready to laugh at the turtle show. What did you guys do, Chris and Danny, the other day? Did he just kind of pick you up or something like that, or did you dance around or whatever? I could try to find it or play it back or whatever, like I did the other day. But was it just a kind of a pick up and swirl around, or was it more of a dance moves, or when you picked him up, Danny? Thank you guys for still being there over on the X Space there. I appreciate it, even though I'm supposed to be ignoring you. So there we go. Going live. And we're going in and see. Here we go. We got. This is Danny. This is Chris. Okay. He's paying attention here, and Danny. Chris got the prize. No, it was Danny's. Enough people or whatever donated to him, and he said if enough people donate, then he's going to get the prize or whatever and be able to pick him up. So I'm not sure how the elephant's going to pick up the turtle. Yeah, that's right. I keep getting confused. The other day I thought somebody wanted to switch transition or whatever into the other person, but they're not into the T. They're more into the G, if you know what I mean. Okay. What? Oh, finally somebody laughs. But anyway.
I thought you were going to say D, not T, or whatever.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but not we're talking about the alphabet, not the biology. Okay. But here's the everybody donate to me. Donate now. If you want me to carry around this funny looking guy over here, donate. Okay. I need 3 more donations. Donate now. Click it. I'm not going to dance for you, but if you want me to pick up this funny looking guy over here, my fiance, you better go click it. Okay, 2 more donations. Click it. Super chats. Hurry up. Button's right there. Click the button. Okay, one more button. Click it. No, you don't have to do it. I don't want to be picked up. I don't want to be picked up by this crazy guy. Please don't click it. No, don't click it. I said don't click it. Don't click it. He's gonna pick me up if you click it. Mr. Bill, you're the one who did it. Why did you do that? Haha. Now you're gonna pick him up. Ha. Gotcha. Ready? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we need music. This guy's heavy. This guy's really heavy. Ugh. He's short, but he's heavy. He's short, very short, but he's really heavy. Ugh. I had to drop him. Sorry. Okay. That's all the puppet show you guys get, okay? There was not enough donations there for more of a puppet show. What was that?
Hey, Mr. Bill.
Was that your music or my music? I think it was your music. What?
So, not watching you play with yourself, you sound deranged. Just listening to it, you sound absolutely batshit crazy.
I know, but that's the weird thing is where if you're watching it like Chris and Danny were, and I'm going to do this thing where I'm going to put them on the screen here. Real quick, hold on, see what their reaction was to that here. Hold on.
I mean, the visuals were kind of there, but it's without the visuals. I was like, you're chimping out.
All right, Chris and Danny, what were your thoughts? What was the puppet show good?
I mean, the visuals were kind of there, but it's without the visuals.
What were your thoughts? Was it?
It didn't happen, Mr.
It didn't happen.
But it was a great reenactment if it would have happened, I guess.
Oh, it never happened. Well, did it happen or did it not happen? It happened.
Puppet show. I mean, yeah. It was a good puppet show. I've seen worse puppet shows.
Oh my goodness!
I appreciated it. It was great.
It was. That was not mean to make fun of. It wasn't meant.
There was no goal meant, so no one picked me up. All right.
Okay. That was nice when they were weren't too offended by it. So, okay. Well, Danny's over there laughing. Okay. I was wondering why he was like that. Anyway, that was fun. That was fun. Okay. Is it almost 9 o'clock here? It is 9 o'clock. Geyer, did you start your X base yet so I can kick these people out of here? I mean, suggest they go somewhere else. I didn't say kick these people out of here. Come on now. I didn't mean it anyway. You guys understand sarcasm, right? Some people don't understand sarcasm anymore. You notice that certain things, you know, you have to say, I meant that as a joke ahead of time, usually, rather than after the fact or whatever. Things say it was sarcasm, obviously. But some people out there, especially lefties, they do not understand sarcasm. Geyer is hosting the space. Let me see if that's it. Yeah, that is the X space. Okay, there we go. Let me give you the link over here. He started his X space here, and we'll share it in the thing again. Copy this link here. Go hang out with Geyer. His X space is called the Geyer Space Live Discussion. Got something to say. Open mic. I think he lets you make fun of him too, or something like that. Got 10 listeners over there right now. Let me. It should be accessible just by the other thing too, but I'll put it in the purple pill just in case. How do I do that? I put it over here. Paste it right there. All right. Thank you guys for following me on X if you did recently. Chris and Danny. And if Chris and Danny, if you want to, you can also restream Geyer's thing. He gave me permission. I assume he gives you permission too. So do that one there. Does anybody else have anything to say that they want to come up here and say thank you, Mr. Bill, for the awesome content? We really appreciate your content. Or this angry want to come in here and yell at me for calling him old or anything like that? He didn't request. I think his wife is telling him he can't come in and make fun of me, so that's why he's not coming on over there. Because how do you make that whipping sound? You know what I mean? Oh, that's a good, cool special effect there. Man, you and Angry both have one of those special effect things. What did you want a drum roll, please, for the end of this space? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, that's an interesting sound effect. Got to go rearrange his driveways, what Angry says. Okay. You guys all get the link? Okay. So what you can do now is I won't be mad if you slowly leave my space here before not my space like we were talking about earlier, but the space that I'm in, slowly head out of here if you want to, and either go to my YouTube and then I'll raid probably Geyer later, or go to the X space over there if you want to hear what the thing. Unless you think my silly jokes, X space people, are funnier or more interesting than what Geyer's saying, or you went to sleep and you're not able to do that. Is that what's going on here? Hey, Unfiltered is gonna send a link about the device that he got. Although his microphone, I'm guessing, is not a USB microphone. It's probably a microphone that plugs into this board, and somehow that board broadcasts as the microphone. Which is there's software out there that does that also, isn't there? That you can broadcast all the sound effects through the mic. I believe so. Unfiltered.
This is a soundboard on X. If you're on the phone, it has a soundboard.
I'm not on the phone though,
and it has a voice changer. Your favorite thing.
Well, it's not my favorite thing, but the voice mod thing that I was using earlier has a thing. I don't know if I can send the sound effects through that. Let me test the sound effects. Is it YouTube? You guys will hear this, but I don't think Xbase will hear this. A little farting noise. I know it, but Xbase, did you guys hear my farting noise, not Unfiltered farting noise? You didn't hear it? Okay, I didn't think so. Because it works through voice mod, but it's not really broadcasting through the microphone of voice thing there. That's weird. But again, if you guys want to keep hanging out with me, you can. And if you wanted to watch my YouTube live, let me put that into the X space there. If you don't want to go watch the Geyer show over there, you can come and watch my stream on YouTube, or actually you can watch it on X also. But if you watch it on X, you have to be chat or whatever. But if you watch it on YouTube, you don't have to be in the chat. Okay, sound fair? I think it sounds fair. Oh, that's weird. Why is the purple pill not letting me put things in the purple pill. Anyway, YouTube only a Mr. Bill for some reason. I can't get it to entered into the purple pill for some reason. How did it? The person said to do it differently. They said to go to my profile, I'm gonna make the tweet over there. I know this is boring stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm learning here. Put in the link there. Then go to the thing here and send it or share it. You said share it. Where's the share button? Oh, here it is. Share to a space. There I shared to the space. Now go back to the space that I was sharing it at. I know it's weird tech stuff. Did that show up as the thing on top? Oh, it did show up on there. Is that? No, that's the X space. Why didn't it show up on the thing? Anyway, you know where my channel is if you're already watching me. All right. Where are we at here? Where are we at? I'll pay attention to YouTube here. We'll let the X space people figure out where they want to go from there. There you go. Still got 6 people in there, but 7 people, including the one other listener that's hiding in there. But I'm going to ignore you guys, or I'm going to end the space. So what would you rather have me do? Ignore you or end the space? Put a thumbs up if you want me to ignore you. Put a thumbs down if you want me to end the space. Unfiltered wants me to ignore him. But and he wants me to end the space and ignore him. He's not making sense. Chris is too busy laughing at puppets. Angry Oregonians playing with the driveway. Cashman, I probably put to sleep. The one other listener, I'm not sure what that person's thinking. Because I can't read minds. It's the only thing I can't do. Diabolical profile picture, Polly. Oh, Polly White, you said you were going to go in there. Or is she still in here? Oh, Polly. Okay. Is that the person that's the impersonator of Polly, or is that just somebody else? Is that Polly's real Polly or fake Polly? There's too many. Why do people call themselves Polly all the time anyway? Is that the real Polly or a fake Polly? That's fake Polly. Okay. Because I know Polly had another backup channel or whatever and it just has a similar picture to the Polly, but that's a different Polly. Okay. Okay, only 30 people watching on YouTube right now. Okay. Should we raid you guys over there and see what Geyer's up to over there? Actually, no, that's what we'll restream Geyer's channel. Okay, how about that? Okay, I'm gonna kick you guys out of here. So go watch Geyer. Okay, Angry. This will be fun to kick you out here. I don't like to kick Chris. Oh, seriously? Now he's making these weird noises again with it. I think that's actually the real bathroom. So I better stop recording him in the real bathroom there. He's kind of a sick puppy when he's in the bathroom and doing his business. Weird noises and all this other stuff there. But I'll still be nice, even though he's doing crazy things in the bathroom there. Follow Unfiltered and Raw. There's the link in the chat there. You don't know who Geyer is? Yeah. Oh, you haven't met Geyer? You should go hang out in his space there. Is that a Star Wars character you're on there, Joe? Canadians don't know about Star Wars. But anyway, we'll talk to you, Chris. I'm not trying to give Chris any content, but he's still watching me. You should go watch Geyer. But anyway, can I do both at the same time? I think I sort of can here. Let me get the audio for Geyer. How about that? Geyer space. Start listening.
Kind of amazing populations to me. It's like because everyone who is fed up, they just don't wait for the next.
But the funny thing is, the X Space cannot hear.
They figure out a way.
The Geyer channel that I'm
like,
on
raise
right
your hand.
now.
It's like, it's like,
there's
you're
no
not going
point
to
for
do
you
this.
guys.
Like, unfortunately,
you guys can't hear.
we don't really
Geyer
get
space.
past that. Raising
Unfiltered
the alarm stage
he went over
in
there.
Portland
Okay.
because it has to go to, politicians that just don't care. But
You got
I
Jesse's over there.
would like to say is like that's going to change. They're going to
Gamers
have
over
to
there.
do everything
Jennifer's
they
over
can to shut me up because
Matthias is over there.
I'm a God-fearing man. It's like I'm not scared of these folks.
Good. Yeah, and that's something that Portland needs. I think it's very important to have a man who is a guy.
Or anyway, I'm gonna in the X space here, Chris. You got to find other content. I know I'm your favorite content, and I know you made sure that you put my link in the chat, not my puppet show link, but my channel link. Okay, don't link my puppet show, but I'm sure you did. I'm just double checking. And we'll talk to you later, Angry Oregonian. Hey Jen, oh, are you sad that I'm leaving now? Hey, at least you're showing the emojis. I can't get anybody else to do the emojis when I'm acting silly on here. So I'm glad you're showing the emojis there. There's Chris does the emojis there also once in a while. There he can multitask. He's like running a show, going in here, doing all the other fun stuff there. I'm glad the audio is working okay. I'm sorry, Jen. Let me make sure you're following me. Let me see if you're following me. Yeah, you follow me. Okay, that's good. Let me see how many followers. Get Trump on there. We'll follow you back. We'll be a nice guy and follow you back. Now you have 64 followers. Everybody, follow Jen there, and if you want to on that one there. All righty, guys. Well, I hate to say goodbye, but I can't say see you later, so I have to say goodbye. 5, 4, 3. Everybody say goodbye. X Space. Go watch Geyer. Did you see the link there, Jen? Make sure you go listen to Geyer. He's talking more important stuff probably than I'm talking about. 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32. I can do this all day. 1/64, 1/28, 256th, 500 and I lost track. Anyway, God bless, guys. Oh, Kent Donahue just came in. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. In the X space there. Okay. Hopefully they have better content to watch over there. Okay. Yeah, you should put Chris in the chat there. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. See, I told you other people have the capability to do that. Paul, you had a troll. Doggone it. You told me you were going to go in the space. You said you were going to go in there after you got off the phone. You're obviously off the phone, Paulie, and you did not go over there. You're trying to trick me, okay? Remember, I'm always right. Here's the name of the show here, okay? And you're not always right. I'm always right. I was trying to see what other the thing is over there. Geyer Space has started. Here's the recording, blah, blah, blah. Nothing else than my notifications to worry about. Nope. Oh, thank you, Dookie, for reposting the thing there. At least somebody's nice enough to repost my X Space. Unlike Paulie, not nice enough to do any reposting for me. I see how you are. What's that prison person? Is that Zach? Or that's probably is that Zach or is that somebody else? If that's no, he comes in there under a different name. That's not the Zach person we know. Is that a troll Zach type person, or is that I can't keep track of all people coming in with multiple different names out there. I don't like putting that word on the screen. Wolfie's over there doing his thing. Okay. What else? Still 31 people watching here for some reason. And I did say I was going to play trivia. Did I not say I was going to play trivia earlier today? Okay, we'll do the trivia thing here. Only one game of trivia. I'm kind of curious what the other guy's doing. Hold on a second. Trivia duel. Here we go. Who gets to choose the category though? Oh, Meatwad person is here. Okay, at least now we can confirm Meatwad is not Geyer because Geyer's too busy to come over here and do what he's doing over here. Brett Wolfie will keep an eye on this Meatwad person here, I'm sure. But what was the other thing I was going to do here? Not we did geography before. It's survival skills. Let's do survival skills. That's a good one. Ready? Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna invite players. Copy the link. Put it in the chat. You guys want to do you're over in Geyer? Okay, good. At least go just help Geyer out. Give him some more support over there while we do a trivia thing over here with smart people. All right. Britt's the one that usually wants to do the trivia thing. We'll see if she shows up here. I did that thing there, and I'll click the join. I think that other people will pop in here in a second here. Okay. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna play music and do something I have to do upstairs real quick. Just get my medicine and things like that. So I'm gonna give you guys some other content here. Well, Britt popped in on the thing there and other stuff there. Actually, I'm gonna have you guys watch Chris for a second. How about that? Since I entertained him, you'll have to entertain him now. He'll have to entertain you. Okay. Chris,
What?
He's bringing it to you.
Bringing what to me?
Very, very progressive families. And when I'm helping them protect their family, they couldn't care less that I've got a Southern accent, that I'm a black man, or that I'm a Republican. So I just want to go back to that.
I'm waving.
We're doing
Mr. Bill's going somewhere. Hopefully,
for
Mr.
you.
Bill doesn't fall
Well,
asleep.
That's all that matters. It's like how, you know, I don't care
Just
who
watch
y'all
your
love. I
dog
don't
run.
care
This is true.
what you
You
do,
watch him
you know, your homes. So it shouldn't matter that I love Jesus, and
Mr. Bill, don't fall
that's
asleep.
my
Your chat
guiding
needs
principle.
you.
If I'm doing better by you than everybody else, then you should just let it go.
Should we listen to Geyer?
That's how I was raised. I was from Columbus, Georgia, just
video
outside of
from-
Fort Benning.
Teresa.
Teresa, should we watch Teresa Caputo?
All right, we
No,
got
that's-
Unfiltered.
That's the other
I hope that
Teresa.
answered your question, Jennifer.
That's
We'll
the
get back to the
medium
hand up,
chick.
but I
I
want
forgot.
to
That's the wrong
house
thing.
right now. It looks like.
Yeah, what do we
This
got
is
from
incredible,
Teresa?
guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Go to
I didn't
my
think it was
thing.
gonna be
gotta
this
go here.
this
Okay,
good. So
go to my
let's continue
playlist.
this. Unfiltered and Rock. Go ahead. Welcome to the show.
Playlist. Where is that?
Thanks
Where
for
are you
letting me
making
talk.
college?
Just give it history, just
Matthias,
go down.
first, I
what I
convince
was gonna do.
anybody that confronts the liberal horde.
Right.
And at the end of
You
the
have to keep
day,
trying,
the
'cause I
idea of
would-
whether you win,
which is
lose,
just
it's not
Uh-huh.
really. Obviously, everybody wants to win, right? But I think the overall objective, typically when someone runs, especially against the liberal horde, is the message. It's about putting
Here we go.
out the
Listen,
message
we'll watch this
that there's an
one.
alternative,
Mr. Bill
right?
might
That there's
like
something
Teresa.
else that could be had, right? Rather than, the chances of winning, let's hope you do, because that would be awesome, right? You done there, Flash?
Santa Claus statue out of my room. Why did you do that?
Yeah, I'm still here.
No,
You
it's
took my
this guy's
Santa
hitting the
Claus
soundboard. All
statue
kinds
out
of
of my
crazy stuff.
room.
But either way,
Why did you do that?
I commend anybody
I
that
don't
goes
want
against the liberal horde.
anybody
I
in my
ran
room when I'm at
for a
work.
legislative
So you better not
district.
be
I won't say
snooping
which
in
one
and
against
taking my
the
stuff
liberal
out.
horde.
That
And
is my
obviously the
bedroom,
objective was
okay?
to win, but it was more or less
Well,
to
then
put out
don't
the
do it,
message,
Mike.
right? To kind of
Unfiltered.
keep
Okay?
them on their
Did
toes.
you
I'm not
take my
sure.
Santa
Um,
Claus
in
statue?
general, right? To get out the message, do the knock on
Did
the
you?
doors, get out the vote kind of thing at the end of
You
the
did
day.
it? Okay.
And though I lost
Okay.
miserably, it
Don't touch
actually
my stuff,
planted the
okay?
seed within a lot of
Please
people.
don't.
So one little
I'm
act
getting
of
ready
someone
for
like
work,
you,
Mike.
kind of getting in there,
I'm getting ready for
run
work.
for
Hang on,
office.
hang on,
Okay?
Unfiltered.
I
Whoever's
already
making
ate,
doing the
Mike.
soundboard,
I'm not hungry,
stop it,
okay?
because I want to listen
I
to this
already
guy
had
speak. He's got some
breakfast,
good things
okay?
to say. I run the
It's
sound.
Okay?
Flash. It's
Yeah.
Flash 2.0. I just drop his ass down real quick.
Okay.
So yeah,
Don't
Yeah,
be
just drop
snooping
him,
in my
Geyer.
room,
Just
okay?
drop him.
Don't
I'm
be
dropping
snooping
down.
in my bedroom,
Just drop.
okay?
Just take the mic from him.
Now I just want to watch a little bit of
Yeah,
TV
we're
before
all
I go to
adults
work
here,
at 12, okay?
All right, go ahead, Unfiltered.
Okay?
Yeah, but like I was saying, the objective
Like,
obviously is to win. You know,
This
it
is
would be
not
the
a man,
ultimate
Robbie.
objective. And then you're at the
This is a
uphill
woman.
battle of getting in
I'm
there,
not
and you're just
saying-
the
This
only
is just
guy,
a
right?
normal
So
woman,
overall,
right?
it's really the
She likes to
messaging
do
that's
a
probably
vape.
more
I'm not
important.
saying-
A lot of people are like, well, it's not realistic.
Okay,
And
Tasty.
to be
I'm gonna
honest
be
with
off
you,
to
that
review
mindset
them.
is kind of
Yes,
psychological.
I
So
will
if
be off
you look at
12,
just politics in general, the
okay?
psychological
I forgot
part
about
is
that.
kind of how elections are won or
Okay.
lost, right? So
When are they gonna
I'll
talk?
give you an example. You know, when they're like,
You
"Oh,
did not take
we
my
got
You
Santa
always say you want
this.
to
We're
talk
gonna
to
win."
people
Like,
on
they just say the
hotlines
right's
and
doing it or the left.
phones. and
Whomever.
you want
When do we talk about? I
Their
talk
own
like to
people
talk
are
to
like,
people on
well, what's the
hotline.
point of me going out to
On
vote
hotline?
if we
Oh,
got
you're talking
this,
about
right? So you
call-in.
never want to be in
Well, see,
that
call-in's
mindset.
kind of
So
different when people
everything's
call
kind of
me. If I go
psychological.
into a room, then I'm
So
talking.
whether you win or lose, at the
I mean,
end
I
of the day,
can.
the message is going to be put out there. Other people will see that
Yeah,
and say,
that would be
shit,
me.
this
I know
guy,
that.
look what he did. He went against the liberal horde. Maybe I'll give it a try, or maybe I'll go, knock the doors with them or whatever. So I always commend the people that
Should we watch the X Space? You guys want to hear the X Space?
to maybe do interviews, stuff like that? Because I'd like to have you on my little show that I got on YouTube and stuff. And I got a
You
lot of
crash out
questions,
all the
and
time.
that'd be kind of a good way to get a little bit of exposure. I'm not big timer, but it'd be interesting.
There's so many different voices. It's stressed. Because X Space
I
is playing.
appreciate that.
Well,
Honestly, that's a lot of.
Well, it
you know,
wasn't before. Now
I've
it's
worked
playing.
in
Now you guys
politics,
can see it
so
all.
I've got a bachelor's in political science, and then before I went to law school.
No, that should,
But I've worked
should be a little
political campaigns on both sides of the aisle from 17 till 2022.
White
and that's honestly the
Claw.
reason why I'm running. It's like this place, a lot of my clients doing estate planning
Chris,
have
need your
kind of
support.
bemoaned
More White
the decay of Portland, so to speak.
It's kind of funny.
2018 is kind of the hard number everybody gives me. Obviously, COVID is.
This video is for the
that was
purpose
a
of art,
whole time for
commentary,
everyone to
criticism,
navigate,
satire,
but
news, reporting,
just kind of the
education, and
post-COVID
teaching.
recovery never
Hi,
took off
thank you
here.
for your attention to this.
And then we've got such a low estate tax exemption that we've got a big flight of wealth that I see daily in my personal practice. So that's one of the reasons why I'm running, is letting people know it's like not everybody here agrees with what's going on. The liberal horde is a true statement. It's like I have been taught, or I've been told some of the most asinine things from progressive people living here. It's like I've actually been called one of the oldest racist terms I've heard in my lifetime by someone wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt living here. So it's kind of funny. But my whole play with this campaign is really to educate the voter. So we're trying to educate them, one, on just kind of the breakdowns of these high level.
Well, at least Spider Mike can't go down to ice anymore. That's kind of nice. That's like a big W for today.
We're explaining
1
what I like
year.
to call rigged choice voting.
It's even better that he
you don't really get the choices you think
laughed
you get with
about
that
all of
system.
us saying that he was going to
And
get
then
arrested.
again, we're just
for
kind of
it one day.
explaining the decision making of city council and how that affects the day-to-day lives of Portlanders. So like you said, it's like I might not win. The only one who knows whether I win or not is a good Lord, but he knows that I'm going to give a good fight, and I'm going to just tell people the truth. People deserve to know what's happening with their tax dollars. That's not a crazy statement. That's ironically, that is literally the.
Okay, here we go, guys. So they got the trivia thing set up. Got a few people in there. Great Dane Mom's in there. Jethro Troll's in there. Whoever U.S. person is. Rit's in there. Okay. Are we all set? I think you're all set. If you guys want to go hang out with Chris, I'm sure it's in the chats there somewhere. Hey, Artsy, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, I'm not sure if Unfiltered's live or whatever, but he's over, his audio or whatever is over in Geyer's X-Space. Everybody's in. Let's go. And on this one here, for the people that are playing, put the point value of how well you think you know the answer to the question based on the above information. Shelter building, upward mobility. In a survival shelter, a raised sleeping platform helps you avoid ground what? A raised sleeping ground water? I'm assuming. So if you're still trying to figure it out, people that are listening there, choose the point value of how well you think you know the question based on the hint there. If you get it right, you get those points. If you don't get it right, you don't lose those points, but you only get to choose that point value once, and then you won't have the point value again, if that makes sense. What am I getting trolls in here also? What the heck? I didn't see Sand Tiger in the chat. Oh, there's Sand Tigers over there. Sand, are you getting trolls on? Is it going after you for some reason, Sand Tiger? That's a weird, like the moderators are getting trolled or something by some of these weirdos. If you guys think I need to time somebody out, let me know who I should time out. Jethro, waiting on Jethro over there. Let's see if we get the answer there. in Las Vegas at the Bellagio. Oh, interesting. Jethro, we're playing the game here. You can, you're good at multitasking. Too late for you, Jethro. Maybe next time. Cold. Ground. What? Getting cold? That's a weird answer. Whoever U.S. person is answered it. Question 2. The big chill. Let's go with this one. Which cold weather medical emergency is a major focus of wilderness first aid, taught alongside frostbite prevention and gradual rewarming techniques? Cold weather medical emergency. I think it would be no. Cold weather, but it's not frostbite prevention. Tornado or hurricane stuff. I don't know. The hint is kind of the first thing they hit you when they ask you for the point value that you're wanting there, and that's kind of the hint, and then you do the question afterwards. So playing Jethro, I think if you don't answer this question, it might. Oh, Jethro kind of went out of it. Sorry, Jethro. You'll figure it out later. Hypothermia was the answer. Is this U.S. person or whatever? Is he cheating? I think this whoever U.S. person is like cheating. I think. We'll see. Let's go with this one. In wildlife tracking, what term do guides use for animal droppings found on the trail? Maybe I should have used a different category. Droppings, it's probably a certain thing. I can't think of what they're thinking of. Scat. Oh, really? You guys all knew it, but me? It's not fair. Splash guard. In a remote first aid scenario, which common piece of waterproof outdoor gear can be improvised as an impermeable gown to block bodily fluids? Which common piece of waterproof outer? It's isn't the silver thing or whatever. I'm going to intentionally miss all these questions. I think is what I'm going to do. Thermal gear or something like that. Probably not right. I don't know. You guys aren't helping me in the chat, guys. Why aren't you helping me? Wolfie, yeah, he had the last answer right. In a remote first aid scenario, which common piece of waterproof outdoor gear can be improvised as an Britt's gonna have a tough time with this one, maybe. It's a bad question or good question? That's interesting. Rain gear. Good job, US. You know, I think you're cheating. Backyard pantry. Or you're some sort of weird bot on this game. Which ubiquitous US lawn weed do foragers prize because every part, roots, leaves, flowers, and buds, is edible? U.S. lawn weed. I never. Ooh, is that just weird out of me on the screen? Dandelion. I think it's everybody's favorite weed. Right answer, I guess. Okay. The other pole star. Without modern tools in the southern hemisphere, which constellation do navigators use to locate due south? Guessing. I have no idea. Is it the Big Dipper? Yeah, you still paying attention? Okay, only 21 people. Everybody else went to see what Geyer was doing. Okay, good. It wasn't the Big Dipper. It was the Southern Cross. Interesting. Draw a line along its axis to the southern celestial pole, then drop to the bottom for due south. It's so famous. It's on the flags of Australia and New Zealand. Oh, that's what it is. I was wondering what those little flag things, stars were or something like that. It's the Southern Cross. Learned something new. I'm not sure. 1 point, I guess. When you spark steel wool with a 9-volt battery, what compound forms as the metal rapidly burns? It's the wrong answer. I don't even know. Yeah, I know you joined the link, but you weren't getting your answer across there for some reason, Jethro, and it kicked you out after 2 answers in a row that didn't do it to you. But we'll play again some other time. Iron oxide. See, it's a U.S. person. It must be like a bot or something like that. It's like getting all the answers right. I guess, unless whoever U.S. person is, let me know who you are right now. Come on, quit cheating. Breaking news, first aid. During a backcountry ankle twist, what distinct sound signals you should immobilize and seek evacuation? During a backcountry ankle twist, immobilize and seek evacuation. It's not a sound. SOS? I don't know. I hate it when you pick scabs and scab kind of bleeds for some reason. And it's near your new shoes. Not sure if that's ever happened to you, but it's happening to me. No, it wasn't the SOS. What was the answer? Pop. Hearing a pop or snap often means a severe sprain, a ligament tear. Time to immobilize and get help. RICE is defined for minor tweaks. I see. That's interesting. In the centuries-old spark-based fires starting method, which specific stone and spikers pair is traditionally used? Which specific stone? Oh, and striker. Striker's like a piece of wood, right? And I'm not sure if it matters. It's like you're trying to do this twisty thing or whatever. That's pretty vague, probably. You on your phone? Is she on her phone? Yeah, she's busy sometimes. If you guys do want to do the nice flint, think Patriot wheels on top of it there. Yeah, flint. That makes sense. Magnesium. Oh, is that the answer to? Let's we'll find out. Yeah, the U.S. is like flint and steel. Is the correct answer? It's got to be a bot or something like that. That's crazy. Who is this U.S. thing? Obsidian. I don't know. Last one. Who's going to get second place? Me or Brits? Or Great Dane Mom might still have a chance too. Besides gloves, what long kitchen utensil do foragers use to twist prickly pears off the cactus tree? Prickly pears. Where have I heard that phrase before? Which gloves? Besides gloves, which long kitchen utensil do foragers use to twist prickly pears off the cactus safely? All right, next time we'll do a better category. I don't know. Tongs. Brit says so. Brit knew the answer. Did she get 10 points on it to come back and get second place from me? Dog, how did she do that? Sneaky person. She was going to win anyway, wasn't she? 25 for her, 38 for the other guy. Here's the joke they always tell about me. Mr. Real, based on your answers, your wilderness survival skills are best described as indoor cat. Very funny, very funny, very funny, very funny. Anyway, that's that. Let's go poke nose and see if Geyer figured out how to do the stream thing here. Hold on here. Geyer show. BC Quincy's live too.
Right on what I saw, and it's what a lot of lifelong Portland residents have said. Like, that's why I'm running. It's like, we'll air it out. I might not get this seat, but I guarantee you they are going to back that I threw my hand in the ring.
All right. Well, I appreciate you letting us talk to you, Geyer. Thanks for having him on. I'm going to drop down so I don't monopolize the whole show on you, buddy. Sorry. This is just an interesting conversation. I got wrapped up in it. So thank you. And Matthias, I will definitely do what I can to have your back.
Thanks, bud. And more people like you, the better. And I'm a chatty Cathy as well. My wife has been ribbing me about it, but
nice.
All right, I'm gone.
Let's see what he's doing. He just kind of has a screen there. Background is that screen, and then he put the X space. He's using OBS, and then he puts the X space right there. And in this chat, he probably linked to the X space, I would imagine. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Well, it's going great. Thanks for having me on. So it's Dan Sandini, Matthias. And thanks for having me on, Geyer. Hey, Matthias, God love you. I lived in downtown Portland for a decade.
It is.
And was a citizen journalist down in the belly of the beast.
Thank you.
The only racist I ever saw, Matthias.
Thank you. Great, Mom. How you doing? I appreciate the support there. Very nice of you. Thank you. If you guys want to do anything else interesting, or should we just raid over to Geyer and give him some support over there? Chris is doing the same thing there. I can't think of anything else to do besides react to some other videos or something like that. I've been live 2 hours. I did not expect to be live. I was going to do a late night stream, like start now. Instead, I started 2 hours ago. But I did have 56 people watching on X. That was kind of interesting. They all wanted to come in. They saw the crazy title. They figured, let's go and see what Mr. Bill's doing. Subscribers mode only. Oh yeah. Oh, is that another power you guys have? You, Britt, and Sharebear, I made managing mods the other day or something like that. That would probably stop. What's his name? The Meatwood type person. Yeah. If you want to do that on your end, yeah, go ahead. I'm kind of curious how to do it on my end if I wanted to. See if I can do it without going to YouTube Studio, but there's probably a way to do it here. Let me see if I can figure it out too. I like that idea. How do you do it here? Probably go to this thing up here. Moderation activity, community moderation. Is that what you go to that setting for? No, it's just other stuff there. How do you make it so it's the subscriber only mode? Is there a button you hit or something like that? Yeah, you turned it on, but how did you do it? Subscribers only mode, is it down here? Oh, members only. I could do members only stream. I see that option down there, but you went subscribers only mode. How did you do the subscribers only mode? I know you did it, but how did you do it? Moderation activity reactions. Maybe pop out chat. Maybe I have more options on the pop out chat. Participants, no. Another one of those things I have to Google, huh? Okay, so make sure you guys are subscribed if you want to chat. So otherwise, it's some of the trolls out there. Doing a test there, Jethro Troll. I'll Google it here while you guys listen to Geyer.
Yeah.
The 30th, I have a meeting with the police, or not the police, with the firefighters union. So I'll be downtown.
I'm in on the 30th, but it won't be till late. But I'll message you, and I'll look at your website and send you a message. I noticed your DMs are closed, so I'll message you.
Like, I would love to stand there and air it out. It's like, just to tell you how it's like, yeah, I am from.
Google says to set your active YouTube live stream to subscriber only mode, open the YouTube live control room, click edit on your stream, go to live chat, select subscribers, and say, that's a lot of work. Open the live control room while stream is running. Okay. That's probably this one here. It's probably that one there. And then click the edit thing, I think it said. But I think you just do it by touching on the chat somewhere. Go to live chat, select subscribers, and save. Where did it go? Yeah, see the live chat. I don't see the option there. Where did you see the option? Yeah, they have the power there, but trying to figure out how they did it. Click on participation mode. At least for the moderators, it shows up as participation mode.
I'll give it up now, Guy. Thanks for having me on. Talk to you later. Hey, I'll hit you up, Matthias. Jane Carroll is a friend of mine. She does a podcast too that hits a lot of old-time Oregonians, and I think you would make a great guest on her program. Dave Boyle is her producer, and I'll get you guys in touch.
Because I would love to go on a rant about the estate tax. So you were going on a rant that literally that is my business. I have quite a few clients that, like, literally the 5-year talk is whether or not they're staying in Oregon. And the only ones that want to stay are because their kids are still in school here. These policies don't work and people are leaving. So we will. It's like, I definitely have a message for the seniors.
I don't see the option you're showing me on that one there. Community moderation.
Lauren already walked the dog for me, so I'm good. My ride or die took care of the Zelda for me.
Oh, thanks for having me on. How about the art tax is another thing that got to me, Matthias. That has really pissed me off. After I left, they billed me. This
is annoying me on this one here. Moderating your live chat lets you interact with your audience and curate live stream. How to moderate live chat on your thing. All right, we're gonna watch this video here.
In this video, I'll show you and your team how to moderate live chat while you're live streaming or doing a premiere on YouTube. Live chat shows to the right of the YouTube video player on desktop or under the chat icon on mobile while you're live streaming. Here you can see how your viewers are reacting to what's happening in real time. Now, before you go live, it's important to know some of the tools that you can use to keep your live chat safe and positive for your viewers. First, you can assign moderators. Moderators can interact with your viewers, remove inappropriate messages.
How do I put it on subscribe mode?
We definitely recommend having at least one moderator to help you out. To assign moderators,
assign moderators during your live username in chat, and then click on Add Moderator.
You hide certain words or phrases from showing up in your live chats.
I know this.
Here you can add words or phrases that YouTubers list applies across all of your streams, your premieres, and your comments. You can also hold potentially inappropriate chats for review.
I don't care about that one.
And hold potentially inappropriate chat. Decide whether to show or hide those messages in real time. To turn this setting on or off, Go to Settings in YouTube Studio, then Community, then Defaults, and under Messages in your live chat, check or uncheck, hold potentially inappropriate chat messages, and then during your stream or premiere, you can hide or show those messages that have been held. Enabling slow mode can help you slow down the overall chat rate. This feature lets you set a time limit between chat messages, which limits how frequently individual users can post. Now, this limit does not affect the channel owner, which is you, moderators, or your paid channel members. And this feature is not available for mobile streams. For more information on all of these live chat moderation tools, check out the Help Center articles linked in description down below. And for more videos on how to create...
You didn't tell me how to do the slow mode. You didn't. You said that you could do it. You didn't say
Check
how
out
to...
the Help Center articles linked in description to the channel owner, which is you, moderators, or your paid. Does not affect the channel owner, which frequently individual users can post. Now, this limit does not affect the channel owner, frequently limit between chat messages.
How do you do it?
This feature lets you set a time limit between all chat rate. This feature lets you set a mode can help you slow down the overall chat rate. This feature lets you set a time limit.
They say what that feature is, but they don't say how to do it.
Which limits how frequently individual users can post. Now, this limit does not affect the channel owner, which is you, my paid channel. This feature is not available for mobile stream. For more information,
We're gonna show you what you can do, but we're not gonna show you how to do it. What a bonehead thing to do. Okay, let's go back and see this. Sorry to bore you guys with this stuff here, but if you guys would rather watch Geyer on that stream, you can do that. But I want to figure out how to do this stupid thing here. Restore the chat here. And I don't need slow mode, but I want to know how to do these things here. Chat publicly, slow mode. No. Need that. I don't. You think it would have like quick options for me to control the own chat on the screen here? I don't see any of those things that are easily accessible here. It's crazy. SS. I hit SS, so did the SS thing do up above there? That's did it do? It didn't do anything. Oh, God, this is irritating. Thank you for the 54 likes, guys. I appreciate that. Wolfie, stop pushing buttons. Yeah, you're a troublemaker, Wolfie. Add emotes. I'm not going to add emotes right now. Trying to figure out. Engaging your audience, start poll, Q&A, members only live stream. At least I know how to do that, but there's no other moderation tools here. It's just crazy. Moderation activity, timestamps. I can put timestamps on there. If you guys care about timestamps, I can do that. I can do check participants. I see who they are that are participating in the chat. I can find out who the top fans are. Paulie was the number 1, Jeannie number 2, Jethro number 3. But it's not telling me anything else. Community moderation. And then I go, it's way back here to settings. It has nothing to do with the current live stream. I don't care about the overall settings. Oh my goodness, this is just the most irritating thing. Okay, go back into the YouTube studio. Maybe I'm missing it over here. Click on the live stream. More actions. No, I can't do. Don't want to do that. Connection's good. I'll click on the live stream. Okay, this is just bizarre. I can't do anything to the thing. Stream settings. On public, I can change the information about the stream, but I can't do any moderation things within the stream. This is just not that I ever need to or anything like that, but it's annoying that you can't moderation. Hold on. Comments and ratings. Choose, if any, how you want to show comments. No, that's not what I want. Language and captions. No. Oh my God, this is the stupidest thing.
But I think that's why they're panicked so much down at that ICE facility. That every time that van goes out, every time they round up a few more illegal voters, that's a few less people that can help fix the election.
Oh,
And,
okay. I see that.
and they're worried about it. That's why
see.
it's gotten so
Edit
violent.
settings, yes.
Anyway, I'll give it up. I'm talking too much. Maybe somebody else wants to talk.
Now I find it's under customization. Oh, I know what it was referring to now that I think about it. It's like if I'm watching my own live stream, then I click under edit video. And then customization, that is when I have the power. Okay, now it makes more sense that way there. Minimum subscribe time. I gotcha. I change that to 10 minutes. Minimum subscribe time. Now I get
Geyer. Hey, Geyer. One other thing that I want to say is, you posted that picture again of those people posting pictures of you, like wanted posters downtown. Everybody that is down there in the streets, never underappreciate what those people are willing to do. They killed my best friend, Leo Stratton. I don't know if there's anybody out there that knew Leo, but I'm convinced that Leo was murdered. Okay. By Lewis, who was a guy, an Antifa guy is down there. I'm very convinced that they did his brake lines or whatever on his truck. And, don't ever underappreciate what these people do. They'll come to your house. They'll attack your children. They'll kill your pets. These people don't play by the same rules that we play. They have no scruples whatsoever. They were violent, disgusting, vile human beings. Antifa. And it never, when I saw that poster of you, Geyer, I'm like, and I posted a picture, the one they did of Leo. It just, they're going to do something to you, Geyer. It's coming. Something is coming. And maybe it's not you, maybe it's one of the others.
I pray for Geyer every morning when I wake up because I feel the same way, Dan. Geyer is a friend. If you guys haven't noticed, like we actually have a friendship. But more importantly, I think that he is doing what the news networks used to do back in the day. Unfortunately, it's like you said. I don't want to miss, but Conspiratard and Chris. I assume those are other people that do what you do as well, Guy. But that's what we need. Unfortunately, the media is controlled by people that want to push a narrative. Real Americans need to see what happens on the streets. And I rode TriMet for a year, my first year here, to and from work, and just saw the brokenness of the city. And, my wife literally cried when I told her we were moving back to Portland. So I laterally moved to get into white collar law here. And the long story short, I met my wife in 2022. I was working a contract to do data analytics for the 2022 mid-cycle, and met my wife, married, and moved back to Georgia. And then about 10 months later, kind of calling to kind of run. Well, to move here first, it didn't start with wanting to run for office, but it's just this place, to say what Dan says, this place has a whole lot of potential. I felt it. You can, you talk to regular Portlanders, it's like there's just
all right, I figured it out. Yeah, I figured it out. Yay. See, even Paul Paul knows a lot about the moderation stuff. I think he has his own channel. He just never wants me to shout out his channel for some reason. Magic mods can do this, not standard mods. Oh, yeah. And then Wolfie's going to be mad that I didn't make him a managing mod or something like that. But he's not going to start drama about it or something like that. So, why are all the women the managing mods? Because they were the only ones here yesterday because when I had some crazy trolls in here or whatever. So I figured let them deal with them. There we go. And they're faster than you when it comes to the linking and things like that.
Communities and feeding people. That's like my wife's love language. So one of the things I do want to roll out, we're going to do a prayer ride because I need to take my motorcycle out again. / walk around the free. And
Billy Ray's in that chat. That's cool. Billy Ray's hanging out over there in the chat there. Very cool. There comes my chat. Thank you, Cassian.
we're trying to help them find a way to navigate this crazy system. And then the ones that, don't want help right now will, get a warm meal and, a prayer from me that they, make it long enough for them to change their lives. Definitely want to hook up with the homie. Like it 100% him and the homie. Yeah, I am. That's ironically, it's a funny story for the DEI people. I actually had to get ordained with the Universal Life Church during my first probate court clerkship. It started before COVID, and then I worked there through the furloughs. And my judge didn't want to do marriages for same-sex couples, but ironically, he was a Democrat. But it is a constitutional right, and I was not about to have our court sued. So I did the 15-minute thing, and I've now been ordained for about 6 years now.
Okay, question number one. What do you ride, Matthias?
Currently, I ride a 2005 Triumph Speedmaster. So, long story short, my baby was a Husky Vitpilot and they got stolen. And me and my wife recovered it ourselves and then waited for 3 hours for the police to come because she says it's 2.5. It was 3 hours in my mind. For the police to show up so I could get the report. So, the USA man who had been sitting there with me could tell it. So, or AAA, sorry, not USAA. It was like that was actually my first this city is not right. Because my best friend from growing up is a firefighter in Nashville, and I called him an event, and he absolutely chuckled. He's like, "How is that not an emergency? You're standing outside of a crime scene waiting to recover your vehicle." But the Triumph was my recovery. Sorry, my wife just told me I was talking too much. I love that Husky, but the Triumphs are cool.
That's what I want to tell you. Those people around in the space that know who I am the resident filthy, dirty biker trash of the community. So you're barking up my tree. Hit me up. We need to be friends on X. And if you're going to do a motorcycle related benefits or whatever, you talk to me about that. I will definitely add you some support on that one.
Deal.
And it's kind of funny. I mean, not funny, haha, but funny, strange, because this is all weird linking around. But the last speaker mentioned one of my good friends, and he's got my wife and I sitting here damn near crying now.
Cutting out a little bit. How do I do the clip thing here? Straight away to.
I was saying I'm praying for your. It's easy.
Yeah, was down there in Portland and all of that. And actually, the reason why it's funny, it's because the I have with Leo was we were actually on a motorcycle ride in Clackamas County. So, Geyer can move on. You keep saying that you're a recent. You moved up here from the South, and I think I think that helps you a little bit. But there's a little bit of hindsight. I moved out here in '96. I spent half of my life in Ohio, and the other.
How do I allow clips? A lot of times you can clip videos. I'm guessing you guys don't have the capability to clip from my YouTube video here. On Twitch, you can do that, but for some reason, I'm not seeing how to allow clips. I think Geyer lost connection on his own X-Base. Did he lose connection on his own X-Base here? Let me go find it here. Sorry, guys, trying to multitask and do other stuff here. Let me
Is
see.
I wanted to move out of the
There you go.
city to be around fellow conservatives. But here's the funny part about it is over the last 20 years, I have seen McMinnville, Newburgh, Lower Wilsonville.
All right. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be doing other things. I'll still set up the trivia for you guys, but I'm not going to try to answer the questions. But you guys can definitely answer the questions there. I'm going to try to figure out why I can't do the clip thing here on YouTube here. Sorry if that sounds boring. Where's the button? Where's the button? Oh, it's over here. Trivia is right there. What category? General knowledge on that one there. General trivia. Play. Mr. Bill. Invite players. Copy the link. Paste right there. Link is in the chat. Click on that link and we'll get you right over there and you guys can play trivia with other people there. Looks like Jeannie's going to play. And some other people there. Let me give you guys a little while to do that while I pose this question to Google here. How do I set my live stream on YouTube to allow for clipping? Okay, there. Mr. Bill, Jeannie, Britt. There you go. A lot of people. That U.S. person is in there too again. Sky's the limit. Science on this one here. Besides investing in the telephone, which groundbreaking field did Alexander Graham Bell explore by founding the Aerial Experiment Association in 1907? Aerodynamics, aviation, I'm guessing. Anyway, open YouTube Studio on your computer. Click on settings in the bottom left menu of the channel tab and click advanced settings. Hold on. Multitasking here. Go to YouTube Studio. What was the next thing you wanted me to do? I'm going to go to the channel tab. Still waiting on two players to answer that question. Channel tab. No, settings, I think it said. Settings and then channel tab, and then what? This is the next thing here. I got the answer right on that one there. Aeronautics. Close enough. Airplanes. Airplane is the other questions. Okay. Question number 2. Movies, player, coach. I could be player, coach. Let's go to 9 points. Which actor both directed and starred in A Star is Born 2018? 2018. Actor. I don't think this is right, but. Or, yeah, I don't know. Channels have channel and then advanced settings. Hold on. Channel, advanced settings. Is it down here somewhere? Allow automatic dubbing. Clips. Allow viewers to clip my content. There it is. And save. What other things can I do on this one here? Bradley Cooper. Oh, you guys just knew the answer there. Chris Christopherson. Somebody said, nope, not him. All the women got Bradley Cooper on that one. I wonder why that is. Force of nature, weather. 1992's Hurricane Andrew wreaked havoc on Florida and Louisiana. At its peak, what hurricane category did it reach? Pretty sure that is the right number, but I could be wrong. Let me see here. Let me let linked accounts use the channel of videos as no. Allow advertisers? No. Do you want to set your channel as made for kids? No, this channel is not made for kids. I almost never upload content that's made for kids. Setting for every video. No, that's a good way to do it. Okay. Oh, yes. Let me finish my thing here. 5 is the correct answer. Britt thought 8. Wow, would have been crazy if it was 8. Let viewers hype my content. You can hype your videos at no cost 3 times a week. Well, you know what? There's another thing that I keep wanting to do that I'm not sure where I can gift the memberships. Remember, we always had trouble allowing me to gift memberships. This would be the place I also think it would be a good place to put it. I don't see it here though. Permissions. Okay. I'll go to the next question. Sorry. Capital vows. Sorry, that one. Which Supreme Court Justice, the first Latina on the court, administered the 2021 oath of office to the United States, first female vice president. Sonia somebody. I'm not sure I spelled it right, but I think that's right. I got it right. And some other people got it right too. Good. History, majority rules. I like history. Who became South Africa's first black president in 1994, guiding the nation from apartheid toward a unified democracy? Don't copy me. Don't copy me. Better not copy me. Okay, right. Permissions. No. I want to delete the brand account. Oh, I know it. It's for some reason still under. Let me go back here and try this other thing here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Does it allow me to do this thing that I keep wanting to do? But I think it's because I have a brand account. I'm not able to give those gifted memberships out for some reason. Oh, not that button. It's over here. This button here. Membership gifting to viewers. It won't let me do it. Because I'm on a brand account. I thought I could do it, but it will not let me do it. Mr. Bill, no, Great Dane, you're incorrect on that one. Everybody else got it right though. In 330 CE, Emperor Constantine refounded the Byzantine Empire as his imperial city. What name did he give the city? Pretty sure that sounds correct. Pretty sure I'm right. Am I right? I'm doing pretty good here. Jeannie's got 21 points. US person has 20. I've got 19. Great Dane's got 14. Constantinople is the correct answer. Me and Great Dane got it correct. She's still going to be ahead of me. Question 7. Alien Airplay. Which rock and roll pioneer made his mark with the 1958 hit Johnny B. Good that was even included on the Voyager Golden Record? Johnny B. Good. Johnny B. Good. I know I'm wrong. It's the other guy they made a movie about. I can't remember the name of him. It's all right, Jeannie. You're doing good. I'm not. Sometimes you act like one. Just kidding, Wolfie. Didn't he make a movie about this guy here? It was joined a band later on or something like that. Johnny Be Good. Whoever U.S. thing is Googling it somehow, I think. Quit Googling it. Try to give it a guess. Chuck Berry. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Chuck Berry. Yeah. Not Elvis, surprisingly. Written in stone. Religion. Let's go 7 points. According to biblical tradition, on which mountain did Moses ascend to receive the 10 Commandments? I don't think I'm right. I remember. Why can I not remember this one here? Maybe I'm right. There was like 3 or 4 mountains that are popular in the Bible, like Mount of Olives, the tomb area, the one that I said. Maybe there's another one I can't remember of. Oh, I was wrong. Sinai. Why didn't I not remember that one? Called it detailed in the book of Exodus is where Moses received divine law, a cornerstone event in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic narratives. It's a true high point in biblical history. Where's Mount Sinai? Sorry, I'm going to quickly look it up on Google Maps here. Hold on, I'm kind of curious. No. It's the correct one. Sinai. Give me a better Sinai. We have to go over to where it is and then try it again. Okay, try to search this area. Okay, oh, it's down here maybe. Sinai. Okay, it's like down in the almost some Mount Sinai Hospital, different other mountains, but it looks like it is almost in Saudi Arabia nowadays. It's south of Jordan even. Okay, next question. Sorry. Great Dane's got 33. Jeannie's got 30. I got 24. The U.S. guy's got 27. Britt has 24 also. Which horned demonic figure from Central European folklore is known for punishing naughty children during the holiday season? Horned. Not the one I'm writing down, I don't think. I don't know. Krampus. How did you know that, Great Dane, Mom? You studied your stuff better than I did. The Grinch. Okay, last question. Which company's red and white logo is recognized by 94% of the global population? Which company's red and white logo is recognized by 94% of the global population? Red and white logo. Red and white. Amazon's like blue. I do not know. Oh, Britt said Pepsi. No, it's Coke. Looks like I beat Jeannie and Britt. Great Dane Mom was number 1, though. Good job, Great Dane Mom. And the U.S. person that I still think is cheating. I got 2nd place. Let's see, what was the funny thing they got me on this time? Mr. Bill, you confused Mount Sinai with Mount Ararat. Next step, Mount Everest. Seriously, how rude. But I'm smarter than Jeannie and Britt, but Great Dane is smarter than me, so. Ha 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 ha. Coke, yep. It was not Pepsi. Pepsi is like red, white, and blue. They're just red and white is what they wanted there, so. Wrong. That's pretty good. Yeah, still watching me. 24 people. Not sure if you guys are still watching me or not. You might not be watching me. Let's go back and listen in on what's going on with what's his name over there. Now that I figure out some stuff. Save. Okay. Not that. Close that one. Close that one. Open this one. Anybody else streaming? Once he is, there's Geyer.
They're talking about up to there's 40 to 50 data centers out here going in, and there's plenty of problems out here to cover. And Geyer, we need a whole lot more investigative journalists like you. That's where I think it is. The more investigative journalists we got, the more we can expose. So, in all areas, so it is all.
Is Wolfie the US person? Was he the cheater? That's the cheater. Wolfie was the US thing. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Gold. Hey, thank you, Great Dane. Mom, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's going on? Oh, did you want bubbles? I should give you bubbles for that donation. My bad. Still sounds like a motorcycle. Okay. Anything else going on over here? It's a little bit of a disadvantage with the Canadians, yeah.
Although it's out like a cancer, guy.
And so I brought it to the police. And so what I did is a story. I went out. I went into the
like Chris is hanging out and doing that thing there, restreaming their thing there. So let's give Geyer the raid here tonight. Here, it's probably. Did you guys get any music? I gave you music earlier. I'm pretty sure I gave you music. Did I give you some music there? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me double check and see. I'll give you a little bit more music. Should be nice because I'm the nicest guy in the world. We're the best audience ever. How about that one?
Late night on the screen, they all know the routine. Say a little too much just to keep the room alive. Fat Patriot and Unfiltered, trading shots for the thrill. Danny and Chris watch it spin and the chat won't let it die. Quincy keeps it tuned in, Bible verses in the air. Feminists and fire alarms, everybody wants a stare. They all chase the moment when the comments start to roar. But underneath the chaos, they still want something more. Yeah, they push it, they pull it till the whole place lights up. Every word is a spark when the crowd can't get enough. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. You keep it real, you keep it loud. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. When the room leans in, that's where they live, that's where they are. They all wish they could do it like Mr. Bill's on cue.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Steps clean, Jokes hit hard, every panel lands true. Karaoke in the corner, stand up with a grin. Perfect little table talks that pull the whole chat in. Still they look to the people on the other side of glass. Every laugh, every trigger makes the night go fast. And if the feed gets messy, if the tempers start to burn, they don't run from the pressure, they just let the camera learn. Yeah, they push it, they pull it till the whole place lights up. Every word is a spark when the crowd can't get enough. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. You keep it real, you keep it loud. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. When the room leans in, that's where they live, that's where they are. But when the mics go quiet and the numbers fade away, it's the folks in the chat that still make the whole thing play. Through the jokes and the feuds, through the outrage and the cheer, they could chase 100 trends, still the reasons right here. Best audience ever. Oh, best audience ever. Oh, you keep it real, you keep it loud. Best audience ever. Hey, best audience ever. Oh, best audience ever. Oh, hands up, stay with me now. Best audience ever. Best audience ever. When the room leans in, that's where they live, that's where they are.
Alrighty, guys. I'm getting tired here, but I'll probably be in the Geyer space over there. So I'm gonna raid out to the Geyer, but if you'd rather watch it on Chris's stream, since we had Chris kind of here, we'll give him a little bit of love over there too. We'll give him the ghetto raid over there, so you can watch Chris over there. Tell him I'm sorry if I embarrassed him with my puppet show. If you go over to Chris's thing, if you go over to Geyer's thing or whatever, tell him Mr. Bill says thank you for the content. Okay, I appreciate it, guys. Funny thing is, I might be do a late night stream. You don't have to be around or whatever, but maybe I'll come back at 12 o'clock. Not saying I will, but just you never know with Mr. Bill. He does weird things. What? And like talking to himself in the third person. God bless, guys. Hang out with Geyer or Chris or whatever you want to do. Anyway, make sure you hit go now for the Geyer stream. Otherwise, click on that link there. Hang out with Chris as he's restreaming it and talking about other stuff. God bless.